Emperor has been expecting you.
Hi everyone and welcome to One Six Figure Focus, and in this very special episode, which is episode number 83 I want to say of The Hope Show, a weekly live stream dedicated to 1/6 scale collecting in general, movies, TV shows, pop culture, all of that type of stuff. Very special episode today because we are giving away a brand new inbox Hot Toys Artisan Anakin Skywalker. Finally, the day has officially arrived, and yeah, we're going to be giving away that later on. We're absolutely going to bury the lead. We're going to build up anticipation, but we are going to be giving that away tonight. Someone tonight is going to be someone's going to win it. Someone is going to win it. So I'm going to bring in my crew. We've got Bob, good evening. We've got Jim, we've got Eddie, we have got Ian, and we have got Phil. How are you all doing today, folks? Are we good? Ian is delighted with himself.
Yeah, loving that intro. To Eva Mendes. Yeah,
I really wanted to hammer that point home, and it's too many jokes now. I'm going to move on from that one. How are you getting on? You good?
Yeah, all good. It's a glorious night here. I'm not sure if it's sunny where you guys are.
It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful.
Stunning.
Yeah.
So
I think everywhere in Ireland, England, Scotland, and Wales got the good weather the weekend. Would that be right? Or yeah.
Yep. I think it's here all week. Certainly where I am, so which is quite unusual. So
yesterday was a bit naff for us.
Yeah,
wasn't good. Today was a bit iffy as well, to be fair.
Right. The what I was at the weekend was definitely amplified by the beautiful weather, because it's out on a boat yesterday. I'll show you pictures later on. You've probably seen them on Instagram or whatever. But we just don't get weather like that, and when the stars align and you are doing something like a hike or something touristy like that and you get the weather like that, it could be the only day in your life you'll ever get to do that in that weather. It could be the only day you actually get to do that. Like, so definitely a lot of gratitude flying around. Folks, I'm going to get straight into it because I need to make sure that the chat know the crack with tonight. I want to make sure that everyone knows exactly what's going on. Really quickly, folks, thanks for joining us. We got 45 people watching live. There's definitely a boost in numbers, probably considering what's going on. Currently about 4,761 subscribers. Massive thank you to anyone who's ever taken the time to watch any of the videos, subscribe to the channel, like any of the videos, ask a comment, get involved, come on the show, drop a comment, all that kind of stuff, drop a super chat, become a channel member. All that stuff is greatly appreciated. As usual, of course, the pinned comment in the live chat is the link to consider becoming a channel member. It might actually come in useful later on in the show. So our members at the moment, we've got two tiers. The Troopers tier, we have this is a new one, so we're just going to say Smamic, Blurred Dad Life, Yomo, Shiny, Lieutenant Weenus, Big Rib, The Ben Thomas Show, Caffeinated Comic Fan, Dogito, Stanley, Vita, aka her geeky side. I believe she started an Instagram for her own 1/6 scale photography, so we might consider giving her a follow. We have Tiny Art Guy, Figurecraft 1/6 Shooter, who may be joining us later on along with Figurecraft, Figures and Fandom, Howard Potts, Ian H. and Silverfox, Jose G. Hernandez, B. Wong, the Eddie Money Mendez, Jim Collector, Lancelot's Nerd Corner, Mike L. and Ryan Smith. And of course, if you're a commander, you get your YouTube handle displayed at the end of all the content like this, and we happen to have a brand new commander. So the new videos in the channel, just a review of the Paladone Death Star panel light up wall behind me, a review on a pre-order preview of the Range Trooper, my outline of my pre-orders, including 7 pre-orders that I dropped last weekend. Now the giveaway, folks, the giveaway is tonight. It is tonight, Revenge of the 5th, seems very, very suiting for the figure that's in it. How to enter? Well, you can't drop a super thanks because, you know, we're live, I won't see it, but you can drop a super chat anytime between now and 8:30 Greenwich Mean Time. You're really clear on that. It is now 11 minutes past 8. So any super chats after that will not be considered for the giveaway. So we have 19 minutes regardless of where you are in the world. If you're watching this live, you have 19 minutes. I'm just going to clarify that. That is 8:30 Greenwich Mean Time, which would be 3:30 East Coast or New York time. And then just half an hour after midnight or 12:30 p.m. midday if you were on the West Coast of America. So there's 3 major time zones. These are a complete list of all the people who have super chatted and super thanks so far. I've already gone through all the channel members in the troopers and the commanders tier, so they'll be included. I've made sure that there's only one entry for per person or per profile. And then this is just a way of me, like, actually I'm going to use these to basically cut and paste them into the duck race and decide how many heats we have later on. So deadline for the entry into the Artisan Anakin giveaway is 8:30 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time sharp. After that, late entries, look, the memberships in the channel, the super chats and all that, they are greatly appreciated. But after that, unfortunately, I have to draw the line somewhere. It just makes it easier for me to make sure everyone who has entered the giveaway has a place in the duck race and it's done fairly. So yeah, thanks very much, folks. So we're going to get stuck into something. We're going to leave the Artisan Anakin giveaway for a little while later. We're going to push that one. We're going to absolutely bury the lead here with that one. All right, Ian, what do you want to start off with? Can you hear me?
Sorry, I was on mute.
Right.
Let's go for Darth Sidious.
Darth Sidious, no problem. I happen
Where?
to have him here. You prompted it. Ian,
yeah, I did.
what do you think about this? This is the Revenge of the Sith version. The Revenge of the Sith, and they have an Attack of the Clones and a Clone Wars, I believe, as well.
Yeah, I'm glad you played that meme.
He'll get you.
do you want to know what? I didn't think I would. I've got Return of the Jedi Palpatine on the throne, and I didn't think I would get another one, but I'm actually really considering this. I like the tailoring and the layers that's on it when he's got his cloak on, over the top, the kind of burgundy and that. And I know it's kind of from one iconic scene, but there's just 2 poses on it that's really pulling me in. I think the head sculpt's great. The other head sculpt, I think it's just the same as the Attack of the Clones, unless I'm wrong. I'm not so keen on the outfit when it's like that. It kind of reminds me of Bram Stoker's Dracula for some reason. I don't know.
It's very priest-like.
Yeah, there's something not sure about it like that, but with the cloak on, I really like it. I'm not going to pre-order. I'll wait when it comes out, and I'll see where I'm at. But it's great. And Hot Toys, Howard sees like the range troopers. It's
yeah, it's happening more and more, man.
He does not care.
More. No, I think they've done a great job on this, and I think if I was a prequels fan, this probably would be the one I'd go after.
Yeah.
But to be honest, if I was in Jim's shoes and I was a prequels collector, I would have already ordered the one that Jim had ordered. To be fair, I would have more than likely done the exact same thing. And I don't know what I do in this stage. Do I get the other one, try to sell it on, keep my NRD? Do I wait and gamble and see if it's going to be delayed and then get my NRD back and order this one, or do I just go, look, I'm out, and just get the 2 of them or whatever, or should I say I'm in and get the 2 of them. Comes with a lot of stuff. So you got 2 different head sculpts. The Ian McDermott, just Senator Palpatine, and then of course you have the more Sith version, and it looks like almost 2 different outfits, because you got without the cloak, he's the red robes, and then with the cloak, he just looks a bit different. I really like the contrast between the red and the red and the black cloak. I'm really simple on this. I think it looks great. I think they've done a great job, but you know what I'm saying. I don't collect prequels, so I'm gonna move on to someone else, folks. If you don't have anything to say in this, that's fine, no problem. But if you wanna chime in, just say so, folks. Who wants to jump in next? We got Philly.
I like it. I like the red and black. I think last episode I was saying I wasn't gonna get it, but I might get it because I watched Revenge of the Sith last week in the theater, and I was like, damn, I kind of want it, and I want to use that beat up head sculpt, So, and I like the colors on this one more than the previous one that just went up for pre-order. So, I'm glad I didn't pre-order that one because then I'd be like, dang, I'd have to cancel that and get this one. But yeah, I prefer this one, even though I do like the expression on that head of that other one. Like I like the sinister expression. But yeah.
So you're in on it, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty impressive, to be fair. Jim, what do you reckon? I know that this might be a bit of a sore spot for you, but like, have you thought about what you've got? What's your plan?
I mean, I've licked my wounds since then. I've got over myself a little bit. And,
whoa, Jim! This is a family show, man. Come on. How many times do I have to tell you? Jesus.
We're over 5 minutes in. It's fine.
Go on.
No, I'm over it. I remembered what hobby we're in and what company this is, so I was like, come on, it's fine. And more options is better for collectors. And I've gone back and forth on this. I was like, do I order this one as well? Because then I have the Ian McDermott sculpt, and I have all Darth Sidious's. Darth Sidious is the goat. So I keep on going back and forth on that. I don't think I will pre-order this. I actually prefer the Sidious sculpt on the other one. It's a bit more sinister, a bit freakier. I kind of prefer it. So while this looks good, I'm going to stick with what I've got, and I'm going to be bloody happy about it. All right?
Okay. That's fair. So I just want to mute this for 1 second there. Sorry, if Ben's watching now, he's be like, why are you muting? Block. I thought I had to mute this. Archive. Leave message change. I'll do some tab. I think they let someone in there. Someone is knocking at the door. We got Trevor. We got a big show tonight. Trevor, how are you doing?
Wow.
What do you think of this?
A lot of people.
Straight into it.
Hey.
What do you think of this?
Like you said, I'm not a prequel collector. Not for me. I do like the head sculpt. If I didn't have a custom, more evil-faced Emperor sculpt, I'd probably buy this for the sculpt, or buy the sculpt on the aftermarket. But it looks great. Just not for me.
You don't collect prequels at all, no?
Okay. I do have some prequel stuff.
Oh no, I wasn't calling you out. I was just like,
No, I'm slowly. It's a running joke on the 1/6 pack that I at one point had 3 Anakin Skywalker figures. There was a custom one, and then a couple other ones, but I've pared those down. I do now have the Darth Vader from Japan. Yeah, I got a few, but I'm cutting them down. I don't need more, is what I'm getting at.
I gotcha. I see Mike just after popping in there. Number 1, how are you doing? Number 2, what are your thoughts on this Palpatine Sidious?
Hey guys, I'm doing great. Didn't want to miss the crack. Am I using that right?
The quack. Tonight's the quack. It's usually the crack. Yeah, usually be right. Like this is 83 shows,
Quack.
82 times
Yeah.
out of 83, you'd be
Okay.
absolutely right. But
Yeah.
tonight it's quack. Yeah. And how are you?
All right. Yeah, I'm glad I'm here for the quack. And
quack.
I'm doing great. I love this figure. I like it a lot, and I like the quack. I like it all. Ian mentioned the Dracula.
Some might say you're
remind me
a quack dealer.
of Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Quackhead.
I've been called worse. I'm a quackhead. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I'm hearing an echo or a delay or something. Is that me?
Yep.
Maybe someone isn't
I
muted.
think I might
Hearing
be
an echo
behind,
somewhere.
maybe. Yeah, or I might be behind. But anyway, I think this figure looks cool, man. I like it. I'm gonna pick it up. I have the Clone Wars one, and I'll put this one on order too. I don't think they compete with each other. I think they both have a place for me.
Yeah, it's kind of like just a preference thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good stuff. I'm just going through some of the chats here because it's getting kind of a bit crazy really, really quickly. We got, like, look, there's an absolute bunch of people in the chat here. I'm going to give it a go. All right, okay, so we've got... I'm going to go through the super chats and the new channel members separately after 8:30 because then I can just add them to the quack sheet and I don't have to do that separately instead of doing drips and drabs. But just says people who haven't just joined today or the super chats, your super chats will be called out later on and your new channel membership will be recognized in about maybe 10-15 minutes, but I do appreciate it. So we got Jordy, we got Tiny Art Guy, we got Jorge Rodriguez, of course we have Phil in the chat there with the blue wrench, keep manners on ourselves. Dan couldn't make it tonight, but he's here in the chat. We got Victor, we got the Hot Toys Collector, of course we have Vita, aka her geeky side, and again, plug there folks, she has an Instagram, she has her own photography as well. I think just 3 photos up at the moment and they are all pretty damn incredible, so maybe check her out, give her a follow on Instagram, her geeky side.
AKA Darth Vita.
Darth Vita. That's
the
very
one.
good.
Yes, Mike.
Did she go? She actually, that's her handle?
No.
That's
The
very good.
geeky side
That's
is
very
her
good.
handle, yeah.
That's very good. So we got, of course, Mike Vela. We got Collectors of the Universe. We have Riahan as well. Thanks very much for being here. Of course, we got Ian there. We got Tallymeyer all the way from Germany. We got the Homo Collector from UK. Vikings Collectible. We got Geo the Movie Cannon, of course. We got Moose there as well. Keeping people in check in the chat. Ryan Smith. Mike L. Dart Bain. We got FB and J. We have got Ryan Respect the Lore. We had Chris Mooney. Impressive. Most impressive intro. Thank you. I do appreciate that. We have got Jorge Rodriguez, I already said that, I believe. We got Malcolm Bain. We have got Christian inside in the chat there as well. Just trying to keep up. We have got, just want to make sure I get everyone there. We got Mark Mitchell. We have Victor Hernandez. We got Jose the Fact Checker as well. He's got the blue wrench as well, keeping manners on people. We have got, who else do we have here? And Moose saying you absolutely need 2 of these Palpatines, Darth Sidious. You got Feel the Burn as well, Robert there in the chat. And we've got, of course, Fiddy, who we have him on he's a panel member, channel member, he's here in the chat with us. We got Dublin's Devil, I was out trooping with him, I got a photo actually of the 2 of us, he's a scout trooper. We were in a beautiful part of the world called County Kerry in a place called Port McGee, and it's basically where you get the sailings to Act 2. Or the Skeleigs. Very, very beautiful part of the world. We got Martin Cooper, we got Uriel, and we got Stanley. No, sorry, let's feel the burn. I'm up to date now. Okay, right. So that was a bit of a trek. Okay. If you're just joining us, folks, yes, the giveaway is tonight, and you have 6 minutes if you want to enter. If you're a channel member, you're already entered. If you've dropped a super chat on any live stream between now and back to the 3rd of February when I launched this, or dropped a super thanks on any video, you're already in. You don't have to do anything. Okay, but if you want to be considered, you have just under 5 minutes here if you're watching live. If you're not watching live, chances are you missed it. Okay, folks, sorry. Who wants to give a thought on this? Just jump in, folks. Jump in. Is that nobody?
I
We
like.
can move on?
Okay, I guess we can move on. I love the color.
Yeah, move
Look
on.
at that red. That red pops, man, doesn't it?
Okay.
That robe. Yeah.
I think they've nailed this, to be honest. I think they've
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
nailed it.
Yeah.
These are some of the figures that make me kind of wish I liked the prequels more. They've done a great job on the. They've done a great job at this. So
I mean, you can close that robe, right? I mean, this could be a stand-in for the Emperor in.
yes,
Or
as I said
PJ
before,
or
and I say
something, yeah.
again, a normal person could. I couldn't do it, but you know, what can I do?
You just
A
you
regular
couldn't get
person.
past the box or whatever.
Yeah,
or what?
Shane didn't like the range trooper until it was branded correctly.
That's incorrect. That's incorrect. That's incorrect. I did like the range trooper, but I'm glad it wasn't my problem. In the same way that I'm salivating over those clone commanders, but I'm not going near that goddamn game because they will be in the collection one way or another, and they're limited, so that's going to be absolutely disgusting. Good luck to everyone. Keith, you don't mean that. Why are you being nice? You just want you to. The stuff this guy says to me privately, he's like, you know,
Bad luck,
yeah,
everybody.
yeah.
You know, Shane, it's funny. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. It's funny. Ben yesterday called the. I mean, it's up to debate, but which one is your definitive Palpatine?
Original
Is it-
trilogy.
Okay,
Original
all right,
trilogy.
good.
Yeah.
Well, for me, this kind of is neck to neck with the original trilogy because this especially this scene right here where he puts the hood on, he went like level 10. He went. I think personally, like it was in Return of the Jedi, he was more like older, like ready to retire. This right here is prime
Limited by special effects.
Palpatine. Exactly.
It's
But-
the Yoda factor. Like, yeah, Yoda wasn't flipping around.
But
You know, in the
personally, I
original
think
trilogy.
even the makeup was very different in the eyes, and he had more of a raspy voice in this version right here, which kind of scared the S out of me. So I think it's a good version. I'm surprised they've already given us like 4 different versions. It's not very rare where you get 2 different versions of a figure from one film. So yeah, I'm definitely jumping in on it, even though I already have the other versions. But you can't have enough Palpatine, and it's like I said, it's neck to neck with the Return of the Jedi version for sure.
Yeah, excellent. Anyone else have an opinion or thought on this?
No.
No. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of this fella. So I think they've done a good job with it. But all right. So God, look, there's 9 of us there. Look at us there. It's like the Brady Bunch. I think the screen. I like when the screen either has 4 or 9. I think 4 looks really well. 9 looks really. I think 9's good. 9's good. You've okay. So Ian, we're gonna obviously leave the giveaway for a while, but yeah, what do you want to have a look at?
I picked Darth Sidious.
Oh,
so
sorry.
somebody
Down
else.
to you. So we'll go, Bob, tiny art guy. What do you want to discuss? Which one? Look at?
Let's go for Jar Jar.
Yes.
Jar Jar. No problem. We can do that.
We got to give him Sith eyes. See if we can pop those out.
Jar Jar Binks from the Phantom Menace. They have finally done it. I think I joked to the lads there on Friday morning when I was texting them in the group chat, and I was like, all those drops come out, and I reckon I had the safest wallet in the 6 scale community that day. Not that they...
Until Jar Jar.
Oh, God, yeah. And then I have to buy 2. Because of the tongue, man. You have to have the tongue in, the tongue out, you know, so... no, look, it's... I'm going to say one thing.
I'm safe. I looked at everything. I go, I'm quacked.
Yeah, quacked. I'll say this, like, I think for all the different announcements, you know, this one was long overdue, Poe was long overdue, and I think the commander from that game is bloody cool. Boss, I think its name is. Really cool stuff. Like, so there were some strong releases. However, I think it's a bit disappointing when they don't do an original trilogy figure on May the 4th for the thing that started it all. I get that sometimes the prequels is their Star Wars, for someone the Clone Wars is their Star Wars, but a lot of people, like, I think still probably the majority of people, the original trilogy is their Star Wars. And even if it's not, and I'm wrong on that, which I don't think it would be, but it is the thing that started it all. So I do think every May the 4th they should give us at least one. I mean, that's not asking for that much. They've done something from a game. They've done something from the Phantom Menace. They've done something from Revenge of the Sith here, and they did some other stuff from, I think, the sequels. I mean, yeah. So, like, I think that's a bit. Come on, like,
I'm hoping
do one
that they're just saving it all up for the 50th anniversary. That's my hope, or before the 50th anniversary. Maybe next year, leading up to the 50th anniversary.
The good thing to do would be to announce them next year or this year even, and then they'd be ready by Celebration.
Yeah,
you know?
that'd be great.
I think they kind of give the OT, like what they've done, the TIE Fighter pilot we got. So before May the 4th through to May 25th, the 50th anniversary of A New Hope, I think there'll be still something from OT between now and the 25th of May.
All right, okay. Yeah, as in it could be just like,
I hope so.
So, 2 interchangeable face sculpts. He opens his mouth, he closes his mouth. I think he has a magnetic tongue. I've heard people say that the nostrils are kind of painted the wrong color. They don't look like, they should be painted kind of dark or black just to make it look like actual holes on his face, which what nostrils are. Good to have the silicone arms. Joints a bit egregious there. Probably could be posed away. Look, this is something I've no interest in. I don't need to say anything more about this, but look, I'm glad they've done it. The diehards want it. What do you reckon, Eddie?
It's dope, man. The tongue is what sells it, dude. I need that. That's how he's gonna stay, with the tongue and the thumbs up. That's how he's staying in the collection, dude. He's cool.
You
They did a
need the
good
tongue,
job.
Eddie.
What? I love that tongue, bro.
Eddie loves
No.
the tongue.
Yeah.
You know your audience. Know your
And the-
audience, man.
The articulated jaw is pretty dope. The nostrils thing, I don't even care about. I feel like that's just someone nitpicking, dude.
Is the jar
the-
articulated?
Yeah.
I realize that. Oh, okay.
I don't
think
know
it
how the
says
teeth work.
interchangeable.
Yeah, I thought that's interchangeable front face.
Yeah, it says interchangeable face
Oh,
sculpts.
okay.
I think it's swap out face sculpts. I don't know.
which is better.
Maybe-
I'm glad that. they
Yeah.
did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, it's cool. The grenade is a cool accessory. It was tough to. It was probably hard to find throw-ins for this one. So anything they throw in was cool. But yeah, just getting them is cool.
Yeah, true. Anyone else want to give their thoughts about this? Actually, so Eddie's in. Suppose we'll start off like, who else is in? Who else is like picking this up?
I'm kind of on the
actually
fence of it.
Yeah, I'm considering it.
Ian, do it.
I'll wait till it's released. But I see on this figure. Here's one. I don't think they'll ever release this figure again, and they've given so many combinations of expressions: the face plates, the eyes, the tongue, the mount, and I think that takes you through all the sequels in terms of his expressions through those movies. I think they've done really well in this figure. Really
Do you think
well.
don't you think they'll give us like the ambassador version now they've got the sculpt?
It's Hot Toys, so anything's possible, but the fact that they've given so many variations within one figure and not just given one and then released several and make the money out of the moulds and the body and all that, I don't know. Depends how this will sell, but Jar Jar's grown in popularity over the years and a lot of empathy for Ahmed Best, so I think this will do really well.
I agree. I think this will do really well. I think those kids that grew up on Jar Jar are in their 30s now, and they're collecting this kind of stuff. And I think after the sequels, the prequels have gained a lot of more respect, maybe nostalgia over the years.
Yeah.
So sorry, Trevor. What were you gonna say?
What's up?
Oh no, you were gonna say something.
No.
Okay.
No, that was me, Mike.
Oh, I apologize, Phil.
No, it's okay. I was gonna say you're gonna hear something from me that you're probably not gonna hear often, but I am considering getting two. The second one solely for the purpose of maybe customizing it to make a Sith Jar Jar. That'd be pretty interesting.
That's a great idea.
Yeah,
I can see them doing that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
That's true. Okay. Because we saw, I think Lego kind of dipped into that a little bit. But anyway, I'm gonna pick him up. I think he's cool. The only negative thing about this figure has nothing to do with the figure. It's just that I only have what's his name coming, Darth Maul. I really don't know where to put this. Like, I'm not gonna go back and get that old Qui-Gon. It's just a very random figure for me, even as much as I do like him. But I wished we were getting more from this film, the first film.
Yeah, that's what I was saying on Ben Thomas's show yesterday. I was like, I was gonna get this guy, but if I order him, and I'm done on space, he's gonna have to share a shelf with Darth Maul, and there's a pairing. Although from the same film, it's just a wacky duo, and I'd also have to get Qui-Gon, and then I'm still like, where's Padawan Obi-Wan? They've done such random choices on who they're releasing from this film. I guess no likeness rights on this, so it's an easy one for them to probably do. But
they could have got away
their
with
releases
three
are
figures.
weird.
They could have done Darth Maul, Qui-Gon, Obi, and that would have been acceptable on some level.
Yeah,
that'd be
Get your
great.
fates
Would be
right
okay.
there.
Yeah.
But then not doing Obi-Wan was just weird, and they've done him in different. They've done it for Revenge of the Sith. They've done it for Clone Wars. They've done it for the Kenobi TV show. Like, they have the rights. Very strange where they haven't got Padawan Obi-Wan from the first one.
There's still a possibility they might do Anakin as a child. Even like I could see them doing like maybe a half pod racer, and that will go perfect with this.
That would be cool.
That'd be cool. The tongue and everything. Yeah, that'd be great. Not considering Jar Jar.
Not considering.
I think they did a great job on him. I mean, even if he's not like a figure you'd be interested in, I mean, like the wrist, it looks like they improved those wrist joints too from the prototype. Like they're not as glaring as they were. That could be just the photography, but they don't bother me. You know,
Easily hideable with certain poses as well. So
yeah,
I think they're forgivable for me.
Another negative though, like I want that sliced up droid. Like they show it in so many pictures. I understand you're not going to give me a full figure behind him there, but that could have been one of the accessories we got with him.
Yeah, they already have
done. They could have done a whatchamacallit.
And they already have him, Trevor, like you said. Yeah.
You know the Mando Luke came with the broken top half of
Obi-Wan
Dark Troopers. Yeah.
Yeah, and then this.
I'm guessing 2 sculpts, custom, seamless arms and things are choking up the price on this thing. So the accessories are kind of like
the price was reasonable enough, was it? I can't remember what the price was, but remember the price being in Poe was this was more expensive than Poe, I believe.
It's like
I mean,
US.
Yeah, not crazy. I'm just saying that probably took up the cost. Any room they had to put accessories in there for.
Yeah. Anyone else have thoughts on Jar Jar? All right, before we move on, anyone else do a decent impression of Jar Jar? Anyone? Mike? No?
No, I haven't tried that in a long time. I'm not going to now. I'd like to hear Ian's, though, to be honest with you.
That would be good.
Scottish Jar Jar.
So rude.
I don't know. Jesus.
All right. So what are we discussing now? Jim?
Vader.
Okay, I heard Vader. We'll go with Vader. The Hono Vader.
Oh no! It's ludicrous every time in my head.
Oh, the song.
Yeah, anytime Ludacris does a song, he does "Oh no."
So, while you're on this, you're a Rebels fan, aren't you?
Yeah, I got this one. I got this, and I got both the troopers. That's
cool.
Dude, I love that they're using the Hono line to do cartoon stuff because it's cheaper, and I want all the cartoon stuff, and I don't want the realism on them. So I'm hoping we get, the whole Rebels crew in Hono. I hope that they do Clone Wars in Hono, and we get more clones. So yeah, I'm excited, and yeah, this is dope, dude.
The eyes are pretty red, aren't they?
Yeah, they look good. I like them.
I'm watching Rebels. I'm on season 2, and Vader's come into it now. And like the first season, I was watching it, and nothing really held my attention because it was kind of in the background, and had him on. And then the season 2, Vader comes on, and it is kind of very. It's kind of like there's definitely they must have been influenced by Ralph McQuarrie, and I like the way they draw him in the show. He
this is a Ralph McQuarrie.
Yeah, he does
inspiration.
He does. Yeah,
it's cool seeing him through Ezra's eyes, right? Like, what was that? Just you get the other characters in universe kind of showing you how amazing he is. Yeah,
it gets progressively better as it goes on.
Yeah,
for sure. Almost completely. It progresses towards to the last season is probably the best too, or maybe the season just before that. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
This is really cool, man. I got to pick this up because it's a Vader. Like Eddie, I would love to see. I canceled all the Ahsoka Rebel figures that I had ordered, and I'm really hoping that they'll do comics or cartoon inspired versions of those. Not holding my breath, but it would be cool.
I'm with you guys on that. That's one time where the lead time on these figures is a benefit. Like I'll wait the year and kind of see what happens, and then maybe drop that pre-order if they start coming out with more.
I like how slim it is. The original Darth Vader double guy. I can't remember his name. He was more of a bodybuilder, so he was big and kind of like. Yeah, and then you have Hayden Christensen, who's more slimmer and kind of taller. So this is perfect for for that, and I love that Ralph McQuarrie inspired helmet. That's what's selling it to me.
Even the blade too. They got the blade right. I like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Folks, sorry to interrupt you. I just want to be really clear with this.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Just really quickly, folks, it is by my clock 8:41, and the last super chat that I seen there is by FBJ at 8:28. So that is done. If you're watching now, obviously if you're watching the replay, yeah, don't bother super chatting. But if you're watching now live, it is 8:41. We're well past the 8:30 Greenwich Mean Time. So if you join now, become a channel member, or you drop a super chat, it will be appreciated. And you know that, thanks very much. But you won't be in the giveaway. So please do not drop a super chat or do not become a channel member. The last one here is timestamped at 8:28, so everyone got in there before the cut. And I see a comment here coming in, which is not brilliant. Okay, that's it, folks. All the super chats are in, all the people who joined. I'm going to run through the super chats here just to recognize these people, and then I'm going to recognize the new channel members as well, and then we'll continue on with the show. So, right, so we'll go through the super chats first, which there's quite a few of them, so thank you very much for that. So these super chats, we have $4.99 from Kyle Goodwin. Let's effing go. Thanks very much, Kyle. I do appreciate. I don't think you're already in the giveaway, but I'm going to add you to the giveaway to Duck Race. I'm going to do all that while the lads they're doing probably the trivia, or I'll give them something. They'll be talking about something while I'm adding the rest of these in. We have Dan in Carbon who can't join us today. What is it, £5 super chat? Really appreciate that, Dan. Thanks very much. We got Riohan. I'm not sure what the 1600 is, but I'm pretty sure it's not euros. But I do appreciate the gesture. I need to. I think that's actually. I'm gonna guess Korean, maybe. I think I looked that one up before, but thank you very much. It is appreciated. We got a $1.99 super chat from Born Again. Thank you very much. Because we got Mike L. Let's go, plastic quackheads. Man, I'm liking the spin on words. Thanks very much, Mike. Appreciated the $2 super chat. We got Uriel C. This is where the fun begins. Absolutely. We got Gio the Movie Cannon with a $1.99 super chat. I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. We have then Ella. Am I late? No, you're not. You got in about 3 minutes before the deadline there. So with a $1.99 super chat, so I'll add you as well to the Duck Race. Best of luck, everyone. We got 12-inch Moose Stream. I fall in love with figures many times despite the vileness of certain IPs, like I have with Padme and Mace in hand and Arnie Mr. Freeze. I hate those flicks. So you hate the flicks, but you like the figures. Yeah, I get that. That's Hot Toys do a good job. Do a good job. Thanks very much. I do appreciate the $5 super chat, Moose. And then last but not least, we got a $2 super chat from FBJ. Before we move on, just have to recognize a few people that joined in there with new channel memberships. So let's welcome them to the membership.
Welcome to the club, man.
Okay, so who we have, the new additions who will also be added to the giveaway, being with a chance of winning that Artisan Anakin Skywalker. We got Tragedy Tales. I believe Tragedy Tales won the first giveaway I ever did. I believe I sent him a Mark IV War Machine. If I am right, let me know if I'm right about that. I'm not. I think it was Tragedy Tales.
Yeah,
it was because you won it and then you forfeited it and then he got it. Would that be right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, cool, good stuff.
Hey Shane,
yeah,
that was $11 USD from Rowan Rain in yen.
Holy
by the way.
crap, man!
Yeah, so
Holy
that's
crap.
nice. But it's raining
yeah.
here really badly, so I'm sorry for the loud sound.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the super chats. Bloody raining in here too, man. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Thanks very much again, Riohan, for the $12. Much appreciated. Thank you very much, and good luck to everyone. Is absolutely right, but there can only be one winner. Tragedy Tales, new channel member. Collector's Universe, new channel member. Thank you very much. I shout out this person already, and I think we're up to date. Thank you very much to the chat. Thank you very much to the panel for their patience. Okay, right. So, and I see the Ian, the private chat as well, saying, yeah, that's Yen. Thank you very much. All right, so let's remove this, and we will continue on with the show. May the force be with us all. No truer word was ever spoken. Okay. Who else wants to talk about this? Hono. So Eddie's in on this. Anyone else? Eddie's
I might be in on it
Trevor's
this time.
And possibly Bob. Will you give us your thoughts on this? You big Rebels fan, Bob?
I've never sort of bitten on the Hono label before, but this is the first figure that's kind of made me think about it, especially with a couple of the troopers, like Eddie mentioned. I just think some of the pictures where it shows him standing on his own just looks like a really solid planted figure. It's as if they've just got the proportions and the kind of weight of the figure perfect. So yeah, I think I might start looking into this. Yeah, some of these where his knees are straight look better, I think, than the bent knees, but just looks like pretty solid.
Was he this slim in the animated series? Obviously, like I get that it's not a okay. So he was. They've made him slimmer because that's the interpretation they chose. Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
But he doesn't look like he's going to fall over, does he? You know, on some of these.
Yeah, and like I think a lot of the Hono line, what I find is the prototype images for some reason because they're done to look not as screen accurate because they're more from like a lot of time comic books or animations. In my head, I think they're smaller than they actually are. And then I saw like the reviews on the Hono Wolverine. I was like, oh, I forget. Okay, it's still the same size as a 6 scale figure. So this will be it'll have that height to it as well, you know.
After getting that Wolverine, I'm confident with Hono now. Like that guy's a brick, man.
Yeah, the Wolverine
is
is
like
great.
a die-cast heavy figure. You know.
Good point.
Cool.
I also like that he's got his own logo, which is the first figure I've seen from Hono to have their own, like that looks like his breathing apparatus, that triangular logo there.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah. The just underneath the Rebels.
Kind of a cool detail. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it has nothing to do with the
for us?
figure, but it's just cool.
Yeah. Well, I believe this might be an absolute Halo reach, but do you know the Eldani sequence in season 1 of Andor when they go to that dam? I remember watching some breakdown before now. It could be an absolute Halo reach. That the dam was selected because it kind of looked reminiscent of Vader's grill, the mouthpiece, because it was kind of like the triangular.
Yeah.
One of the guys in the 501st put in the group chat put a video of him today walking along that exact road up to that dam in Scotland. Like so, maybe myself and Ian.
I wouldn't doubt it. You watch a lot of those, Easter egg videos on YouTube and stuff, and he has put so much into. I don't want to go off on Andor, but he's put so much detail into this thing in the background, more than I think some of the other shows and movies have done. Like he's not even that big a Star Wars fan, and there's just a lot of detail back there. I love it.
Eddie, I can hear Eddie going when you said like I don't want to go off on Andor. Eddie, thank God.
I'm done, Eddie. I'm done. But someday you'll know.
If you'd only just kept talking, this would be Eddie. I say it all the time. I need to know the context of what was actually going on in that multi-reality TV show or whatever. But who else has something to add on this? Anyone?
Shane, as much as I love this, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry.
Sorry. Just when you say about me and you walking up that dam, I can imagine us doing it. So it's called Cruachan. That era, Cruachan, and we could walk up having a Guinness and a wee whiskey.
Happy days. Is it a hydroelectric dam or what's the function?
It's hydropower. Yep.
Yeah, and it's probably not that big a hike. If it's probably accessible, I'd imagine, is it?
Yeah, it's nothing.
Yeah, but the surrounding areas are probably worth. They're probably worth like walking around. I'd imagine. It's the Highlands, isn't it? The Scottish Highlands.
It's not really North Highlands. It's probably about an hour from where I am. But there's actually some good photo areas in terms of kind of small waterfalls, that kind of thing. It's not too far away, but yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. That could be put that on the bucket list.
We might see Bix there.
We'll never get that lucky, you know. So it'll be the second. The Highlands, the Scottish Highlands, will be the second most beautiful things there. So, all right. So
the only other thing I would say about this is I don't think one thing leads into the other, but I would hope if this is successful that maybe they'd think about doing a actual Ralph McQuarrie subset of maybe Vader and the early Luke Starkiller and the Han Obi-Wan combination character there. Yeah, maybe for the 50th, that'd be awesome.
And you know what? They're kind of running out of Vaders to do.
Yeah.
Maybe you get that Revenge of the Sith Vader, but after that, like, they are running out of Vaders, so maybe they do like a collaboration with Macquarie. Maybe. Is he still alive? I don't know much about the guy.
No, he passed away.
But he probably has an estate like who handles his stuff like that.
Yeah, he's still got an active Instagram account, so they're active.
Gotcha. Good stuff. All right, so we're going to switch on to we have Bob was saying he's interested in that. So did Trevor. So did Eddie. Did anyone else have an interest in that Hono? There was
I'm interested in that. Yeah.
You're in on it.
Yeah. Just real quick, what do you guys think of the price? You think 220 is fair?
Creeping up there. It's creeping up there.
Yeah.
It's not that sub 200 anymore.
Yeah, that sucks.
Is that Sue vinyl or leather?
Notice.
Did they say anything about that?
I can check in the description.
It's pleather.
It's pleather, huh?
Yeah. Pleather. Okay. Too bad.
Those bastards.
Yeah. Actually, well, wait, hold it. We've got a clip for that.
These bastards.
Yeah,
Dude,
right.
that guy is funny. I don't like Andor, but that guy's.
That's a girl, dude.
Oh, dude, it sounded like the dude in Andor.
She's really.
The
no, you think it is, fella.
I've given up all chance at inner peace.
No, not the Skarsgård.
Oh, Eddie,
one of
never
the
change.
one of the guard guys.
One of the guard
From
guys.
season 1. The
It's not
short,
Cyril,
chubby
so?
guy.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, I know the guy.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
He's
great.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
First time the F word is used, isn't it right? Or is it S?
Oh.
You see,
Maybe.
they say bastards, but I don't think they actually say. I think the original line
No.
she said when she said this.
Fight the Empire!
Yeah.
She actually said "fuck the Empire."
Yeah. But that
she
little
glitches.
dude. Yeah, that dude says shit. That's the first time I think shit is in Star
Ah,
Wars.
right. Shit's now canon.
Yep.
Well, shit's been canon since the sequels. Let's be honest.
Shit
but
has
yeah. So what do you want to talk about, Eddie?
Boss and the elite squad trooper.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna put that up there for you. This is one now. Is like, put it this way: the second this shows up on Andor, Eddie, I'll be getting it. But no, I think these look incredible. I just haven't played the game and I can't collect
And
everything.
you don't watch cartoons, so you didn't see them in
No, sorry, no, Eddie, man, why do you doubt me? I watched all the Clone Wars. I'm working my way through Rebels. Are they in the Bad Batch?
They're in
Yeah, not
I'll watch
this,
that next.
Not this.
Shane
guy,
doesn't watch
but-
cartoons. He works his way through them.
I do.
It's a chore.
I endure. I endure.
Endure.
I've ran easier marathons, Mike. Now, to be fair, the difference between Clone Wars, watching 7 seasons of Clone Wars, and running a marathon is Clone Wars gets better towards the end. That's the exact opposite of a marathon.
Yeah, true.
That's a fair point.
Eddie, take it away.
I did not play the games, but I love the designs of the Commando troopers. So, they're just my favorite designs. I love clone troopers. The Commando troopers are even cooler than that design to me. So, and I love the colors on the uniforms and stuff. So, hopefully I can get him. You know, I know he's gonna be one of those limited releases. So we'll see what happens. But I'm gonna try. I have the shiny one on pre-order. I missed all the other limited ones, so it is what it is. But I really like it. I didn't play the game, so I don't know that. I was introduced to this by a custom statue that I used to have of a Commando trooper, which was dope. And then it was cool to see him in Bad Batch. And now I'll just go into the Elite Squad Trooper too is dope. Because that's like the first iteration of Stormtroopers that we get. If you watch Bad Batch, it's like they decide to go away from clones and they're gonna start hiring like special units to be troopers now, and it's like the Elite Squad Troopers. So I just like all things clone troopers. So yeah, these two are probably the coolest things that went up the last couple of weeks, other than Jar Jar. So I'm excited for these.
Yeah, I think they look insane. I just think they look so good, and the four of them as well. Would it be right in saying that, like, there's 4 of them, And have
Yeah.
we seen 3 of them being announced so far or released?
Yeah. This
And there's
this
one
would
that
be the
hasn't been
third
announced.
one, right?
But it was
Actually,
on the
this is
photo.
the-
Would that be right?
Well, this is like the 4th of this style because we got the plain white.
It's the
shiny.
4th of this style.
Yeah.
We haven't got all of the team yet.
Right.
Okay, so see the way this one's orange and another one looks like Wilson from Castaway with the red hand on the hat, the face?
Yeah.
This one's Boss, and then the other 3 have colors on them, so they're not your standard command trooper.
Yeah.
Would that be correct?
Yeah.
So this one is actually, this is a quick turnaround because it's limited. I think this was put up for announcement and released. I think this was released already. Wouldn't that be right?
Yes.
there's bloggers.
It hasn't went up for order, but it's already got blogger photos. Yeah.
Okay, so out of the other 3 that we saw in the teaser image, is it just one of them that's been released already?
Yeah.
Scorch.
It's actually
Yeah,
2 have
this
been
one.
released. The Scorch
Is
and
it?
the guy with the gray deco as well.
With the yellow, too, right? He has a little bit of yellow on his armor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're waiting on one really to be announced. Would that be right?
Yes.
Yeah. And is that the guy with the red hand on his head?
Yes.
Okay. Right. They look great. They look. It's kind of one of those bad batches. I imagine people want them all together. Speaking of together, yeah, they look great like that. Lads, you can just continue on just chatting about these. I'm going to just add those names, update the members and the super chats so we can work our way towards that giveaway towards the end of the show. So if you want to just feel free, just whoever's interested or not, just give your thoughts on that, and I'll just do this in the background.
So maybe I'm not a clone aficionado, so I like the design of these, but like, why are they the only troopers that have a light up visor mask? What does that do?
I don't know if that's ever been explained. It might have been explained in the game, which is the only media that I haven't experienced this.
Okay.
Which is probably the best way to introduce yourself to them, but I didn't play the game.
Yeah.
But
It's like
I've
you
always
watch
wondered- Yeah.
You watch Andor and you see how overwhelmed and beleaguered the Empire is in running the galaxy, but the Stormtrooper armor design team must have been the most well-funded thing in the entire Empire.
Yeah, that's true too. And I always thought, why would I want a blue light in my face?
Right.
It isn't actually doing anything.
Because
It's not illuminating the
freaking
room.
cool, Mike.
It's super
That's
cool.
why.
You're right. And you know what's cool too is some of these pictures, the visor is not lit up, and it still looks great. And in
Yeah.
person, they really sell the look if you don't want to plug them in. But I think I'm going to go USB with these. Get the kit for all of them.
Oh yeah, that'd be
They
cool.
look great. But that previous shot where you had all 3 of them in that shot, those are the 3 that have been released already.
Does the light up visor help with the shooting accuracy?
I'd like to see if it's a full Iron Man thing in there with all kinds of details and
Right.
what's going on ahead of
Full
them.
HUD or whatever.
Yeah. Heads
You
up
can
the
see
flags.
the uptight British officer introducing this to the troops, and they ask why why it lights up, because it looks cool.
Yeah. Because we're the baddies. Yeah. I don't know. You guys know this? There's there was a British TV skit or something where they're all wearing their leather, clearly the bad guys in the WW2. And he goes, only the baddies. Just the way it's was that not obvious to the world at that time? Looking at your dress.
So did they make this one limited too? Because I know Scorch was limited as well.
He's supposed to be.
Yeah,
limited,
1,500 or something.
Yeah.
Makes no
So
sense.
how are you supposed to collect all? Is it 4 of them? 3 or 4?
4?
4.
4 of them, right? How are you supposed to collect all 4 if you got another crosshair situation?
Get a second job.
Get lucky, man. It's the luck of the draw.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that. I mean, they could have done a limited, a lesser run, right? But not such a severely limited run.
Because troopers will sell, you know what I mean? Especially something with a feature like this and looking so cool as this is. They could sell a lot of these, I think.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like the thin, the armor, the body based on Hunter. They wanted that chunkier body, but
Well, Clinton says boss is 2,500, elite is 1,500.
Dang, the elite's
Jump
even
a lot.
less. And the elite, you want a squad build, trooper build. You can't. That sucks. Yeah, they're supposed to be like the size of. I think they're supposed to be like the size of Wrecker.
Oh yeah,
huge. Yeah,
They're supposed to
I
be
got
big,
the first
yeah.
one. I didn't even open it. I don't know. I haven't even opened it yet.
Did anybody snag Scorch?
Let me have it, Trevor.
I did.
I may.
I got him, but I didn't pull the trigger. So, like, I got in, nobody needed him, and I skipped him.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm 2 in already, so it's like if I can get him, I'll get him and just go all the way with it.
Those exclusives, I just like if I can get in, and it's something I remotely have any interest in, or even know other people do. I just grab it. Just grab it.
Even if
you'll sell it
for
afterwards
trade or something. Yeah.
Yeah, or for cost or whatever.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think there's still 2 more we're waiting on. I thought there was one because they've done 3 limited, but one of the limited is just I think he's just a lieutenant.
Yeah, and there's a green one, right?
Yeah, there's a green one that's part of the Delta Squad.
So basically, Hot Toys are finished announcing these then, because there's supposed to be 2 more to come. So they're done now. Yeah,
there you go.
These guys are gonna get guardianed.
Didn't they put in like the post? I just saw it briefly, and it was very early in the morning. Like the final member of this squad or whatever is, and everybody's like, you only have like one. Like,
yeah, there was something I think that might have been a language thing, maybe.
Yeah,
There's probably a translation error there. Do you want me to switch on to the blogger images of the other commander, or is there any particular photos you want me to go to of this before I do that? I think they look great. I get what you're saying about the body though. These guys are supposed to be way bigger, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. I mean,
one of the guys
I'm fine
in
with
the
it,
Irish,
but I understand.
one of the guys in the Irish 501st, he's actually a French guy. He just lives in Ireland. Damien, he's like 6 foot something, and he like 3D prints everything himself, and he makes all his own gear. Like the guy is super talented. But he's a big guy, and he made it. I'm pretty sure it's the commander with the with that handprint, the red handprint on the helmet. Yeah. Like it just looks the business. Like sick. Walking around, it's huge. Like, he's got the size for it as well. Like I think it's great when like people like who are in the 501st or cosplayers, whatever, they use their natural physique to suit the armor that they want to build. Like I mean, I'm 5'10", like I'm never gonna do a Vader. It'll look ridiculous. Like, do you know what I mean? But you have guys who are like one of the guys in the garrison. He's 6'4". So when he puts on the Vader stuff, it's just like it just looks incredible. Like, whereas if like you have like someone in, I don't know, who's 5 foot nothing, it'll just look like Darth Helmet, like, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say Spaceballs.
Yeah, you know, it's like, so it's like, man, this looks so good.
Where are the fat stormtroopers, dude?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe they got him on that clone Empire diet or something like that. You know, the
only for the Resistance. You can do it away. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What about this?
That's the Snack Trooper squad.
Jesus.
Snack Trooper.
Did they forget to paint this guy? What is the story, guys? This is like I'm a trooper collector, but I am just.
I don't know if he's supposed to have that speckling on him.
Gravel trooper.
Yeah, it looks like a. Yeah, it's weird, man.
Yeah, I don't love that spec. You see how the stripe in the middle? I think it's supposed to be more like that, like solid gray.
It's like a test shot or something. It's very strange.
It looks like someone 3D printed all the parts, but they just haven't sanded and painted them yet. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know anything about this guy. I haven't watched the Bad Batch. He's got a computer.
It's just
I don't remember them being speckled like this, though. I remember them in the Bad Batch, but I don't even think like. I think I have this in the vintage collection, and I don't think it has this finish on it.
Yeah, the Black Series ones done. They were straight gray. And this is a good chance we're gonna get a new crosshair now, because all they have to do is change the helmet. I think.
Do you think they'll re-release crosshair? I don't know.
Well, in this
Imperial.
outfit,
Oh, you mean in the Imperial? Yeah, so, yeah, maybe.
I think that there was like some like texturing to the, I don't know, to like the way the paint looked in general in Bad Batch. Don't you guys think it looked more? But it didn't look like this. I don't know.
Maybe it's because the Bad Batch have some color in them. Maybe because the Bad Batch have some color in them, it doesn't draw your eye towards the scratching as much. I think there was a bit of weathering or that texture on them. But you know, like if it's a bit of red on them or something. Am I misremembering that the Bad Batch had like some sort of red paint on them as well?
They have
yeah.
texturing and weathering on them, but not this squad.
Maybe not the squad, yeah. I did like the brushstroke effect that they had on everything. Like, it's going to be hard to tell here, but, like, that's one of the helmets of the Bad Batch. And I thought that always looked so good. But, I don't know. Just doesn't, like Eddie said, I don't know if this really added on it.
Yeah, I'm looking at some images, and it looks like it was weathered, like kind of like it had like this almost, dirtied up, painted effect. But
yeah, there was like dry brushing.
Yeah,
on the sort of edges
that's the word I was calling
good
for.
Call. Yeah,
dry brushing. But this looks too even, right?
Yeah, it's like they spattered it instead of like dry brushing it or something.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
I'm just about finished here now, guys, but I hate delivering bad news, but I gotta. Okay, so I really appreciate the £2 super chat from the Droid Repair Shop. Massively appreciate it. Unfortunately, it was after the 8:30 deadline that I set, and I had to set the deadline on that to make sure that I can make sure everyone is inside in the dock race and stuff like that. I have to set parameters on it, as I did in my posts on my story and my YouTube membership tab and all that, or not in a membership tab, YouTube community posts and stuff like that. So I do appreciate the £2 super chat, but unfortunately you won't be in the giveaway because we're after the 8:30 deadline. But I do appreciate the super chat. Thank you very much. I hope that isn't too much of an inconvenience for you. Okay, so do you have any more thoughts on this Bad Batch trooper, or do you want to move on to something else?
One quick thought: does he have a green visor?
Yes.
He does. Okay, good.
Doesn't light up though.
No,
cool. That's all right.
It's only kind of cool.
Mario's in the chat and he's saying Philly, and then he's saying only 2 of the Delta Squad are out. I thought it was that because I know that they had one plane guy released. So Scorch was released, and this is Boss, and then waiting on the other 2 to be announced. The Pure Grey Imperial Commando, not part of the Delta Squad. Good stuff. Excellent. All right. Okay. We move on, or does anyone else have any strong thoughts on Boss or this Bad Batch trooper? You happy enough to move on, or anyone?
Yep.
Okay. Right. Okay. What do you think, Phil? What do you want to do?
Let's talk. Let's do a snap. Let's bring it up a little
Already had it queued up for you. I knew you were going to. I knew you were going to pick it. There we go. Okay. In honor of Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, I do want to test your loyalties. The same as last week. We're just going to move up the different options. So, you can snap. To make this easier, you can never watch Revenge of the Sith again. Or, you can never watch the Clone Wars again. And I know that's 7 series and there's a lot more content and yada yada, but this is why we do these things. Okay, Ian, what do you think? What would you snap?
Oh, I'm definitely snapping the Clone Wars. It ended well. There's a few episodes, but watching Revenge of the Sith is much easier to watch rather than going through all of that again. It was a slog for me.
Okay. What do you think, Bob?
I'm going to snap Revenge of the Sith because I haven't watched Clones, so that's an easy choice for me.
You're going to snap Revenge of the Sith?
Yeah.
And you're going to keep the Clone Wars?
Confession.
Go on. Hello? I think
lagging.
Bob's frozen.
Looks like
Okay,
it.
we're going to come back to Bob. Bob's frozen. Jim?
That was his horrible pick there. No, I'm joking. No, I'd snap Clone Wars. Like Ian was saying, that was good moments, but it was a slog to get through. And I'm definitely guilty of skipping a few filler episodes just to get to some of the better stuff. Which is blasphemy, I know, but there we go. So I'd snap Clone Wars and definitely keep episode 3.
Okay. What about yourself, Eddie? I think I might have put you in a difficult position, have I?
Revenge of the Sith.
You're gonna
Clone
snap
Wars is-
Revenge of the Sith,
Yeah, Clone Wars is probably my favorite Star Wars of all time.
man.
so.
Eddie, we're in agreement because I don't care for the prequels, and I think the key episodes, the good episodes, like when Ahsoka's story arc really gets going, maybe from late season 4 to 7, you just pull out the key episodes and Order 66 stuff, and even like as much Maul should be dead, the Maul stuff, if you accept he should be dead, it's pretty good. I think I'd rather watch Order 66 and Ahsoka's arc. I think that's probably better well done than what I've seen from Revenge of the Sith. I just don't have loyalties to Revenge of the Sith. So I do agree with you, Eddie. Phil, are you nodding? Are you going to do the same?
I'm nodding in agreement with you, yeah, because apart from the sort of Mustafar scene onwards, I prefer Anakin's arc in Clone Wars and Ahsoka as well. Yeah, it's a hard watch if you watch all of it, but overall as a story arc, I prefer the Clone Wars to Revenge of the Sith, so I'm snapping Revenge of the Sith.
Good stuff. What about Philly?
For me, it was the experience, the event, and cinema. You can't beat cinema. And I know there's some true storytelling through Clone Wars, but I gotta stick with cinema. So regardless if it's good or not, it was an experience. The sound, the picture. I'm snapping Clone Wars.
Okay. I'm going to put a poll in the chat. What would you snap out of existence? Revenge of the Sith or The Clone Wars? Poll in the chat, folks.
When you say snap out of existence, do you mean like we've never
You
seen
know,
it?
for this one, you can never watch it again.
Okay, so we've seen it. It did exist, but we can never see it again.
I think it's easier to do that for this because
Yeah.
it's such a 7 seasons. It's like,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay. Just need clarity on that one. It's a big deal,
Go on, you may as well tell us what
Okay. All right. Well, then in that case, I would snap Revenge of the Sith, just because there's so much more watchability of the Clone Wars with the 7 seasons. If it was never to exist, I would snap the Clone Wars. And
you're I was given a question. This is when I was like about 16, and it was like I had a choice. It was very specific. Like one of my friends was like, so like if you were trapped on a desert island, she gave me a choice. She said, would you bring At the Drive-In's album Relationship of Command? If anyone on the chat know At the Drive-In? No?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I know.
Was that Trevor? Trevor?
Yeah, I know of them. Yep.
Okay, so like, I was expecting you to say like, oh yeah, I've seen him live, and I would cry myself to sleep.
No.
So anyone in the chat know At the Drive-In? But anyway, this album called Relationship of Command, it's an absolute banger. It's a real post-rock album, really good. Or Smashing Pumpkins' Melancholy, and the two albums are incredible. But I was like, I'm gonna go with Smashing Pumpkins' Melancholy. But she was like, but the other one's such a better album, and I was like, well, I'm not sure if I agree with you on that. It's hard. What my logic was, there's more variety in Melancholy, and it's a double album. Do you know what I mean? Like, so you've got the heavy, you've got the light, you've got the middle. So anyway, kind of similar to
That's a good analogy. Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, Philly.
Wait, I didn't pick mine.
No, you haven't skipped you. I'm gonna come back to you.
Oh, okay.
Come back to you. Fillican Skywalker.
I already went.
Okay, we're back to you, Trevor.
Well, I'm sure some people are going to say no to this, but I'm snapping episode 3, man. I don't really care for the sequels, and if only for the last season of Clone Wars, like straight through. If I only watched that, it was incredible. So. There's a lot of filler there. There's a lot of stuff that I didn't love throughout the whole thing, but overall, it was good.
I'm going to share the results of the poll. We've got 20 votes. I'm going to close the poll and I'm going to end the poll.
I think that's why
the Clone Wars.
The Ahsoka series was so disappointing, because her story arc in the Clone Wars was phenomenal, and then they blew it with the series.
Yeah, because it wasn't about her. It was about everyone but her.
Yeah, and with Revenge of the Sith, I think it was the opposite. They sort of blew Anakin's part, and I think they did him justice in the Clone Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Yeah.
But they were kind of doing that Marvel thing, like we're not concentrating on what we're doing right now. We're setting up the next season.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
It's like, man, if you're on your first date thinking about the third date, you're not getting a second date. That's what I'm saying. You concentrate on what you're doing, right?
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah. Who didn't go?
I think Bob kind of he was going to make a confession, and then his computer decided he shouldn't.
He did this for
Yeah,
drama.
sorry. Yeah, sorry, my internet decided I made a wrong choice and cut me off.
So what
Lesson
would you
learned.
get rid of? What would you snap out of existence? What would you say good luck to?
Yeah, I'd have to keep the Clone Wars because I've never watched it.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, you never watched it? Oh, so
Yeah.
You're just going to keep Revenge of the Sith in the memory bank and gamble that you might
That's
like
right.
the Clone Wars.
Totally that.
Halfway through season 2, you'll be like, "This might be a bad call," but stick to it. Stick with it.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Revenge of the Sith or The Mandalorian, as in all the seasons they've made so far. Hell, I'll even throw in episode 5 and 6 of Book of Boba Fett because we know that they were Mandalorian 2.5.
I'll go with that. Easy. By Sith.
I'm the same,
Mandalorian.
man. Good luck, Sith. Ian?
Yep, I'm snapping episode 3.
Jim?
I'm keeping episode 3, snapping Mandalorian.
You fucking crazy bastard.
Hey, man.
Right, I
like what I like.
I'm kicking Jim off this, right?
Go on, Eddie. Go on, Eddie.
What the fuck, man?
Oh, Jim.
Hey, man, I'm
Jim.
a prequel fan too, but I'm not an idiot. I'm snapping Revenge of the Sith.
I've given up all chance at inner peace.
Episode
All
3 is
right.
great, guys. There's a reason it's
Okay.
made so much as a re-release in the cinema. Leave me alone.
He's thrown in the data, man. Is it? Someone said it was close to a
Stats
billion.
data.
Am I
Come
wrong
Yeah,
on that?
no, it's over.
Yeah.
Over $1 billion?
Yeah.
That is insane. That is impressive. In fairness, that is impressive.
To be fair, I
That's a real
know
message.
episode 3 is flawed, but I love it in spite of it.
I love it too.
I love it too, but
Rose tinted glasses.
Yeah. Shout out to the 84 people watching here.
Oh.
I'd say about 42 of them are absolutely hate watching, just mad to win the bloody thing. Like, but you know, what can you do? Thanks very much for tuning in. Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Please do not super chat and do not become a channel member because you it won't be counted. You can, and I'll appreciate it, but you won't be counted towards giveaway. It's after the 8:30 cutoff. Okay, Eddie, what are you getting rid of? I think no, go on, you go.
no, yeah, Revenge of the Sith, easy.
Yeah, you're a big Mando fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree. Phil, you already went, did you? Yeah, Philly.
I'll snap against my own movie, episode 3. Mandalorian was, it kind of started it all. It started the stream wars, and if you remember, it was right around COVID. It was something of its own. So definitely snapping episode 3.
Good stuff. What do you think, Trevor?
Yep. Episode 3. Snap it.
Okay. We got there, Bob.
Yeah, snap episode 3. Same reason Philly gave. I just what Mando meant Star Wars was back.
Yeah, true. I think when Mando, when I watching it and I got so excited about Star Wars being back again, and after the sequel I was like, all right, that's just done. I just have to accept. I got to put it into that category of movies that I love that had terrible sequels, like The Matrix, the Terminator movies, the Aliens. You've heard me say this a million times before, but you know what I'm saying. But then I realized that there's gonna be really good stuff that's for you and other stuff that's just not. And I look, I'd rather have them making content than not. And I'm glad they did it. Mandalorian I thoroughly enjoyed up until season 2. Mike, did you just go, or are you the only one who hasn't gone?
I haven't gone yet. I would snap. I don't disagree with you guys. All good points, but I would snap The Mandalorian because I want to keep that original 6 films. The Mandalorian season 3 just no thanks. It kind of like tainted the whole thing. It's not that I hate season 1 and 2. They exist and that's great, but man, they ruined it with bringing Grogu back like that.
But man, okay, I'm gonna counter you that. Are you never gonna watch Alien or Aliens because of Alien Resurrection or 3 and all that shit?
No. That was the point I was making. Like I'm not saying that I wouldn't go back and watch 1 and 2. Like I have, but I think in this instance with what I'm giving here, I'd rather keep the first 6 films intact, and I'd be okay not seeing Mando again because it doesn't have a good ending. Is what I'm trying
Mike,
Man, I would.
did you not cry when Luke Skywalker came and
I
took
did.
a? Okay,
Sure.
there you go.
Because if you didn't cry then, you will when Lizzo and Jack Black show up.
Oh, right. Not only did I cry, but I remember my wife like looking at me, thinking it was crazy because I had to stand up. Like I was standing up.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen the. It's become a meme now of Star Wars Theory, like literally crying. Like that's how I feel.
Sorry, I just had to just
Star Wars Theory's crying all the time.
Yeah, he's kind of a bit of a crybaby, sensitive Star Wars guy. But
I'd watch season 3 of Mando over Ahsoka. If I never had to watch Ahsoka again, I'd watch season 3 easily.
That'd be a tough call. That'd be a good snap, actually. Just give me an idea.
I think we gotta see where Ahsoka season 2 goes. I'm pretty excited for that one. So, anyway,
Do you think they can pull us back? Like, do you think, like, say the people who didn't like Ahsoka, do you think that they could actually do a major Yui and do the opposite of The Mandalorian, where people were on board for the first 2 seasons and then fell off in season 3? Do you think they could actually give us a banger season 2 and put us back in?
It's possible.
It's possible. And I think if people really wanted to be pulled back in, they would do themselves a service watching Rebels, because that was Rebels. That was a Rebels season, not done great, but I think Dave Filoni was kind of full of it when he said you don't need to watch Rebels to really appreciate Ahsoka.
Yeah,
I think
Also, if they give us more of that clone action, I think people are gonna love that.
Let somebody else write it and give Ahsoka a personality. Like she's got nothing to do.
That was my biggest problem. Her performance. Yeah.
I was going to say, I think it's don't watch Rebels because Ahsoka's shit.
Yeah.
As in people won't watch it, was it?
Yeah. I just
don't mince words, Phils.
It's mad. Like I still regard like that. Again, this is nothing you haven't heard me say before. I've got that Ahsoka from season 2 of Mandalorian on the shelf behind me, and I still maintain that episode was some of the best Star Wars content I've ever seen. Like, if I had to put together top 10 scenes, that intro with her in the mist coming out of nowhere, man. It was like the action,
100%.
The fact that she was just like this ninja you couldn't see, the white blades, the sound of the lightsabers, the sounds of the droids. Like she was just absolutely like, they didn't stand.
When she fought Mando too, that was a good scene too.
Yeah, it was good, man. It was good. Yeah,
and the casting felt so spot on too.
And I really like Rosario, and I think that she got a raw deal with the first season and some of the script and how she was kind of sidelined in her own show, and the crossing of the arms was it was definitely a thing. It was such a weird thing.
No character arc they gave. I mean, except for becoming white. You know what I mean? Whatever.
Right.
Who cares? You know, like it's so. You know.
White wizard.
And it was the fact that she got sidelined for example, in Andor, when you feel like, oh man, Andor wasn't really given much to do this episode.
The thing is,
Cyril and all these other great characters, so you're like,
exactly,
okay.
And there's growth and mistakes, and she didn't make. The only mistake she made was trusting Sabine to be. You know,
it's not as if
this trash character in that show.
Yeah, and this character wasn't from scratch. You know, she had Rebels, she had Clone Wars. There was a story arc.
And people loved her from those
cartoons.
Yeah.
You were on a winner. You should have been on a winner.
She was sassy. She was a badass. She was kind of a rebel herself.
Jedi.
Like take the figure for example. You know how many people, including myself, are like, I'm gonna get the Hot Toys figure because of Rebels, not because of her performance in the show. You know, like for Sabine especially.
Yeah.
So Jose is saying no character arc. You do know she had to let go of the guilt of failing Anakin and Sabine.
Yeah, but it was so.
Yeah, I'm not buying that, man. I just don't.
Yes,
think
I know that was
well.
something they tried to get across, but the way they did it was it just didn't. It felt like a 30-minute sitcom of getting rid of your guilt, man. It was nah.
So I've made that point with a lot of people. They're like, no, she was just stoic. I'm like, but you can be stoic and interesting. She was stoic and boring, and that's not
Balin
acceptable.
was stoic.
Yeah, Obi-Wan was stoic in episode 4, and you don't have to say much to be if the performance is good. You don't have to blabber all the time like I'm doing.
Ahsoka
You can be interesting.
Ahsoka was it's just pretty colors and nostalgia, and that's why people defend it. But it sucks.
Total member berries.
So
anyway,
the poll in the
guys,
chat, 22 votes. 59% would snap the Mandalorian over over Revenge of the Sith. Although I should have gone on. Maybe I will put the Ahsoka argument. I actually think maybe next week I'll do what would you snap, Ahsoka season 1 or Mando season 3. It sounds like a good debate here. Then. Gee, guys, I wonder what Eddie's going to say. I could probably guess everyone on this, but yeah, we'll do it anyway. Ian.
Oh. Is that the steel book?
Now.
That's nice.
Steel book.
1 second.
Steel book. What do you think the answer's going to be?
I don't know. Do you have the steel book of Revenge of the Sith?
That's exactly what I was going to say. He's just doing this because he knows myself and Phil don't have it, and we're looking for it, and we're not willing to pay
That's
it.
correct. But I also have the steel books of Ahsoka and Mando.
Ooh, those are nice steel books.
Ian just has all the steel books of everything ever.
Those are nice.
Yeah, it doesn't count to say, but do you have that one in the steelbook? Because yes,
Listen,
he has everything in steelbook.
I will never, ever have the Acolyte in my collection.
Oh, dang.
He
But
says
what if
that
it's a
now.
steel book,
It'll
like your
happen.
man's helmet?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
He'll get
So-
drunk one night and order that.
I'm going to buy it for him.
This is an easy one. I love Andor a huge amount. So easy snap. Episode 3. See ya.
Okay. Now this is just Andor season 1 because we don't know what the story is with season 2 so far. I'm dying to talk about it, but okay, well, but I don't want to kill Eddie here. Jim,
He'll be all right.
This is actually a difficult one.
What the fuck?
oh,
Yeah, no, this is
there
hard.
might be some weakness here.
Bruh said Revenge of
Yeah.
the Sith in 2 seconds with Mando, and this one you fucking hate to see it.
Andor's like, hey, look, I like Mando. Yeah, I like all of these. Mando's good. Really good. Andor though is kind of like the way I'd like to see Star Wars kind of progress for me. It's slightly more, I don't want to say mature, slightly more serious. You know, it takes the subject matter quite seriously. It's dark, gritty. It's got some really good story elements throughout it. Okay, no, so I'm gonna snap Andor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah, I will. Just because I know as much as I love and I want that to kind of be the future. Like the good thing about Star Wars now is there's kind of Star Wars for everyone, right? And Andor is kind of the Star Wars for me. But Episode 3 is what led me into Episode 1 is what led me into Star Wars, but Episode 3 is a huge part of that. Just growing up with the prequels, so yeah, I'll snap Andor.
Okay, Eddie.
Yeah,
I
look.
don't even have to ask you, but I thought you might have had something
knows
funny
what
to
I'm
say.
gonna snap.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be. This is as logical and a good a point as I can make as any. The argument for Andor will always be the writing, the storytelling. You know how good of a show it is, and I'm not arguing that. You know, it
Don't say
probably is the best written fucking thing since forever with Star Wars, but. It isn't Star Wars.
It is Star Wars.
It's not Star Wars like
It
we
is so
know
Star Wars.
Wars. It's
Right?
not. It will
It
never
doesn't
be.
have a lightsaber.
It
so it's
will
not
never
Star
be
Wars.
Star Wars. All of you people that love the writing and all that
Everything's
shit,
Star
fine. But it will never be Star Wars for what the fans fell
All
in love
Star
with.
Wars.
Never. It will never be that. Ever.
X-Wings.
Eddie,
TIE
Rogue
This is a
Fighters.
side story.
Rogue One is not
Jedi.
Star Wars?
And
Is Rogue One
even
not
if
Star
you
Wars?
snap,
story
even
of
exactly,
Star
even if
Wars.
you snap
The
this, you
story.
have Rogue One, which is arguably one of the best Star Wars movies ever made, and it has the pew pew in it. So that is worthy. That even has Darth Vader at the end. That shit is worthy. This is. Look, I'm rewatching Andor, and I'm actually.
Wait, 1 second.
sticking
Hang on a
with
second
it.
now. Hang on a second. You've actually watched it?
Yeah, I'm rewatching
Yeah, no,
it
right?
because me and Marco made a pact that he's gonna finish Clone Wars if I finish Andor. So I was like, I'll give Andor another shot, and I'm watching it, and I'm intrigued by the story. But no matter how good it is, it's not Star Wars.
But this is the
not.
thing. I think my the way I look at it is nearly the opposite to you. Because you're now saying it's not Star Wars. You don't get to decide that in the same way that I don't get to go, oh, Rebels isn't Star Wars, or Clone Wars isn't Star Wars.
It's Star Wars
or
how you
the
fell in love with
Skeleton
it.
Crew, the Acolyte.
It's Star Wars
I don't get
how
to
you
say
fell
that.
in love with
Right,
it.
and
I
if
don't
you
get to say
watched the
that.
OT when the OT came out, this is Star Wars.
Yeah.
But the OT has Jedi
Who
and
cares?
Sith
It's not Star Wars.
and troopers. And
I still
the only
think we
reason
have
that-
I can't say that. But
you
that's
guys are
fine.
never
I
gonna
think
get
there is
this
Star Wars.
over on me. You're never, because it's just it's a side quest.
The only
This is
reason
the
you
shit
have-
that people
the only
skip
reason you
in
have
Clone
Luke
Wars.
This is literally
is
the
because
opposite
these
of a
guys
side
did what
quest.
they
It is
did.
the quest to find
There-
the actual plans.
You're
There-
going through the minutia of a story.
There's
that
a
didn't need to be
large-
told.
They didn't have the plans, so
There's a wide spectrum when it comes to Star Wars. There's Clone Wars, which is animated. That's if I 40-year-old me looks like it's a kid's cartoon, but it's still Star Wars. You got Jedi stuff with the prequels, and that's make believe stuff, but it's still Star Wars. Andor is more of a drama, kind of adult type but theme Star Wars, but it's still Star Wars. So there's a large spectrum between all these types of mediums, and you can't say it's not Star Wars. Come on, man.
Oh, I'm gonna say it a million times more. It is not Star Wars. It is not
You don't,
Star
Shane.
Wars.
You don't.
It is.
Okay, look, Eddie, you're entitled to your opinion.
Fuck you, asshole.
But you're just wrong, man, because it's under the Star
Okay,
Wars IP,
whatever.
and that's it.
If the lightsabers and the Jedi and the Sith didn't exist, no one would give a
That's
flying
not the
fuck
whole.
about this
Everybody
show.
everybody in the galaxy didn't have a lightsaber. There were like 3 Jedi.
And there
That's
ain't
like
movies
coming to
about
Ireland
them.
and
There
like
ain't
some
movies
fella's
about
not
them.
drinking Guinness, and it's like,
There
you're not
isn't
Irish.
movies about that.
Right,
You're not
exactly.
Irish.
Jim snapped Andor. He didn't
Guys,
snap
there's
Revenge of
Star
the
Wars
Sith.
for everyone, yeah. There's Star Wars for
Jim
everyone now.
snapped Andor.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't get the whole idea whether you agree with Eddie or not. What Star Wars is or is not. That's Eddie. Love you, man, but you can't make that
Only
comment.
Well, I can,
See,
and I will.
Here's my thing.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why we bring him here.
You guys will never get me on that board. You guys will never get me on that board. It ain't Star Wars. It sucks.
Eddie, think about episodes 4, 5, and 6, then Andor 1, 2, and Rogue One. So whether we call it the Andor trilogy or the Rogue One trilogy, that's Andor 1, 2, Rogue One for me. And it's the same as the OT 4, 5, and 6. It's the story about the Death Star, the political struggle, everything around it.
Fair enough.
We had to imagine things watching episode 4, 5, and 6 and fill it in. This is what Andor 1, 2, and Rogue One done. It filled in all those gaps, and actually, and I promise you, I guarantee it, unless you're just stubborn, right? Once this is finished, watch Andor 1, 2, Rogue One, episode 4, 5, 6. I guarantee you that you'll have a more appreciation for Rogue One, 4, 5, and 6 because they've filled things in.
It's not necessary.
But
It's
Eddie,
unnecessary.
also, like, there was a lot of lightsaber and pew pew in the Acolyte, and that was one of the least Star Wars feeling things I've seen.
Yeah,
so
okay.
what I really,
That doesn't mean it can't be
That's a
done
great
wrong
point.
either.
Not to mention the people who grew
You
up
guys
with
are
the
arguing the
prequels and said that's my
storytelling, though.
Star Wars. A third of that movie was talk about trade federation and senatorial debate.
let me-
and like give me a break, man.
Okay, but look at this.
That's
Let me
boring as hell.
let me
It
give
was
you. Let
boring.
me tell you. Let me ask you
And
this.
stupid.
Let me
Jar
ask
Jar
you this
sucks.
though. Ahsoka sucks, right? Most of us agree Ahsoka sucks.
Well,
More people.
I like Ahsoka, but I
More
understand.
people will argue that Ahsoka is good than if Andor sucked. If Andor sucked, nobody would give a flying fuck. They would all just say it sucked because there's nothing saving it. The Ahsoka, the things that save it. So Andor had to be this good, or no one would care. Stunning silence.
In a weird
What-
way,
what do
Andor
you
had
mean?
to be good. Andor is very
You
good.
lost me.
Like,
You've lost me. Say that again. I don't know what you're saying.
Ahsoka, look, people argue for Ahsoka. People argue for Mandalorian season 3. People argue for Book of Boba Fett. People argue for the Clone Wars. The Rebels, whatever. You guys say some people don't like it, some people do. People will always argue for it. If Andor was like them, nobody would care. It would have gone off.
As in,
like
if
Afterlife.
Andor was shit, no one would care. Yeah, you're dead right, Eddie.
No, but I'm
Like,
saying the
like,
only
that's
reason
what you're saying.
people care,
Like,
but I'm saying the only reason people are arguing for it as the best Star Wars thing ever is because of the writing and the story. But that's
why
they put it into that.
The acolytes suck, and the only reason people kind of like it is because the villain was sort of hot and they had lightsabers. That was it, man. Like that's all anybody talks about is lightsabers.
But also, Eddie, I'm not gatekeeping. Anybody can be a Star Wars fan. You don't have to read the books. But if you've read some of the books, like Heir to the Empire, for example, it's Luke is Force sensitive. He doesn't really do much with the Force or his
But he's
lightsaber.
still a
Same with
Jedi.
Yoda. Yeah, but my point is like
Still a story about a Jedi.
So here's how I look at Star Wars with these like side stories, or even if you want to consider Andor a main story, that's fine too. But when I walked around Black Spire Outpost and Batu and Galaxy's Edge, it was kind of during the COVID period where they didn't have characters walking around, and I was like, oh my god, I'm in Star Wars, and there was no lightsabers, there was no Sith or anything. I'm in that world, and what I really love about Star Wars is that when people say I want to see stuff outside of this time period, I disagree. I think just like World War II, you could spend a lifetime reading stories about World War II from all over this one planet. And what I like is you can stay in the Andor period, the kind of pre or post-war, galactic war, and you could tell these stories forever because it's a galaxy of interesting stories, people's lives that were affected by the decisions made by the Emperor and the Senate, etc. And to me, if it's good writing, it's compelling. Doesn't need. That's just how I look at it.
And to glom onto that, like you're saying, like it should only be about. We should only have movies about like Patton. Do you know who General Patton was?
Right,
like,
right.
You should only have a movie about Patton. You shouldn't have an interesting, great movie about the spies during World War II.
Exactly.
Who stole German secrets. That's a great movie. You know, there are movies like that. They're great movies.
Like in season 2, we're seeing.
We can only have war and Patton and guns and tanks and stuff. That's the only interesting thing. It's not. It's not the only.
It's not. You can go to Japan. You can go all over. Again, just this one planet.
Maybe for the
exactly,
old guys.
And if I'm honest,
the old guys are interested in the side quests. I'm not. I want the cool guy. I want to.
If I'm being honest,
Andy, I'm the same age as you, but
you picked Revenge of the Sith.
I kind of hope that there's
It was a close one.
All right, Phil,
I kind of hope that there's like there's a Jin and Galen side story as well off the back of this.
I
hope we get a sort of a Jin and Galen. Even though again we know what's going to happen, but I'd love to know what the build-up was after.
No matter how much. No matter how much I hate it, and no matter how much I say it's not Star Wars, it'll continue to exist, and it'll continue to be the most viewed, and it will continue to.
It's not the most viewed.
All over it.
It's not the most viewed. Not, in fact,
it's the most critically. I'm sorry. It'll continue to be the most critically acclaimed Star Wars ever.
But it's like with this whole like, it
sucks.
When the sequels came out, and they're fucking shit. And I thought, well, that's it, grand. Look, it's original trilogy for me, and that's it. Rogue One came out, and it was like, yeah, brilliant. There's now 4 Star Wars movies. I appreciate. And look, I watched the prequels. I don't think they're good movies. So for me, there's 4 Star Wars movies. Then The Mandalorian came along, and kind of said, man, maybe there's hope. Maybe Disney are onto something here. They've done Rogue One, they've done The Mandalorian, but then like I'm loyal to the IP to a certain extent. As in, what I mean by that is like I'm not going to go, this is good just because I like Star Wars. Like I'm a movie fan first, I'm a TV fan first. So I don't care if it's set in a Star Wars galaxy and it has the trademarks of Star Wars, but it's not well written, then I'm going to say it's shit. Like, so the Book of Boba Fett let me down. Like Kenobi, yeah, I liked some of it, but parts of it let me down. And like, how many times you go back to the well and you just let down after let down, and finally something comes up, it's like, this is a good story. This is well written. Like the amount of effort that they go into make it look like Star Wars, I think, like, you know, all those, like when they go into all those different rooms and shops and stuff like that with the Arabesh, all those sets are built like, they make a conscious effort to make it look like Star Wars. Yeah, it doesn't have a Jedi, it doesn't have a lightsaber. But
there's
like,
so much Star Wars detail in there, it's unbelievable.
Again, like it's,
I'm not arguing.
Easter eggs, yeah.
I'm not arguing.
No, we're having a healthy debate. Like the thing is, like
nobody's
at
right
the end
or
of the
wrong.
day, there's nothing.
Debatable.
It's the same example I give that, like, you know, Dark Knight trilogy is my favorite trilogy, and someone can shit on it all they like. I'll be just like, yeah, I don't care. You're not going to affect my enjoyment of it. You know what I mean? But man, that was good though. That was nice and heated. I appreciate the debate. We don't see eye to eye on this one, but like I'd rather be on a show like that where people are like actually giving their point of view and sticking to their guns and not just agreeing for the sake of agreeing. I just think it's better to watch and it's better to be part of personally. But
absolutely, and 7 against 1, Eddie held his own. And I will say this: this is a rare panel where this many people are on one side, because Andor did split the fandom. I mean, there are Star Wars dedicated channels that are like, I'm not reviewing this show anymore. It sucks. It's not Star Wars. So Eddie is far from alone.
Yeah, and like if you look at the results, 69% would snap Andor, and 30%. Where the fuck to get these numbers, guys? 70%. I'm just reading what they say. So 70% basically would snap Andor, and 30% would snap Revenge of the Sith, which I'm not too surprised on that really. But all right, folks. So that was the snap. That was probably one of the better ones we've had in a long time.
A lot of people didn't get to choose.
I reckon it's you and Jim are going to snap. Jim snapped Revenge of Andor as well. So Jim and Eddie. Am I right in saying the rest of the panel?
I would snap the prequels, the sequels, Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, Clone Wars, Solo,
George Lucas.
Oh, I like Solo.
Me, and I would keep Andor.
ILM.
What do I sacrifice? Everything.
I agree
Everything that Disney Plus is
with everything you just said.
I would snap Andor personally, and I love Andor, but I would snap Andor to keep Revenge of the Sith. So,
so we got Ian is going to snap Revenge of the Sith. Jim is going to snap Andor. Eddie is going to snap Andor, I think. And Phil, did you? What was your final thought on it?
I want more from the sort of Andor universe. I want to see a Galen side story as well. So Revenge of the Sith.
Philly?
Bye-bye.
The same.
Trevor, you're going to snap Revenge of the Sith anyway. Mike, you're snapping Andor, you said. And Bob?
I'm going to snap episode 3. I just love Dedra in Andor. She's kind of my...
She's from Clare.
Latest
That's
hero.
where I grew up.
I would snap Revenge.
Yeah, she's just amazing.
No,
it'd be interesting to see what we think of Andor in 20 years' time, wouldn't it? Because you know what I mean. It's fresh.
Is Claire Princess Leia?
Oh my god, dude! My wife and I are like, if they recast Leia, they need to cast that actress as Princess Leia.
She's too old, isn't she?
Yeah, she'd be a teenager about now.
But I thought it was a funny, a strange choice of name, considering she looks a little bit like her.
Yeah,
she does. Yeah,
she's like a deep fake. I keep thinking it's a deep fake of.
Well, they have a couple people that are almost Leia, right? I mean, well, yeah, her daughter.
Didn't she
her
say
daughter's
it's
got a
her
similar
sister?
name too. Her daughter has a similar name too.
Aren't they real life sisters?
What was that?
Who?
I thought they were sisters. The young. Never mind. I must be mistaken. No.
Are you confusing Mon Mothma and her cousin?
Mon Mothma's daughter has a similar name to Leia as well.
Oh, she does too. Yeah.
The girl Cass
one that got
is
married.
cousins with Mon Mothma.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't be her. Mon Mothma's daughter wouldn't be her sister.
I gotta say, if we did a snap between Bix and Mon Mothma, I might be giving a surprising answer because
what the?
I love my wife is the most beautiful woman on earth. Man,
watching.
Mon Mothma is very talented actress.
Mm-hmm.
Really talented.
She's
I
also
think she's
Irish.
really talented as well.
Yeah. In spite of being Irish, like she is.
Wow!
Really amazing.
I think you got yourself on. You gotta kick him out.
Fuck you, asshole.
Catch your cell phone.
Man,
That was harsh.
Jesus! You keep talking like that, you'll end up like this. You just basically called Irish people ugly. Man. Fuck me! I thought Eddie was the hot take person.
I love Irish. I love Irish women, dude. I'll still
Man.
take Bix though.
We're moving dangerously close to. I'm going to steer this conversation away. All right, folks, what do we want to talk about? I know what you actually want to talk about, but what's on the menu here?
Face Off.
Phil. Face Off. Okay, grand. Ian, you're the boss. I'm going to remove this. Everyone switch over to private chat. I'm going to put Ian. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3. We have an uneven number. Anyone want to sit out? No one wants to sit out. I will sit out.
I'll sit out. I'll sit out.
Any
Come on.
one of us.
We only need
I'm
one
no
person to
help
sit out.
usually.
I'm fed up with winning, so I'll sit out.
Oh,
Wait, no, sorry. What am I talking? No. I'm completely wrong. I'm completely
That's
wrong.
4-all.
We have even numbers.
4-all.
no, we have.
Yeah, it's 4-all. So if we
Okay.
put Ian in the middle here, how about my team will be myself, Philly, Trevor, and Mike, and then your team, Phil, will be yourself, Jim, Eddie, and Bob. Does they seem okay?
We're fucked.
Yeah.
Do you want me to just do a random change around?
No,
No, that's
I'm
good.
kidding. We're good.
Okay, cool. All right, so it's myself.
I don't want Trevor
Philly,
on my team anyway, dude.
Trevor,
Whoa.
and
I don't
Mike.
want how to be on your team, okay?
For the
All right.
record, Irish women are very attractive.
Dude, that's
We can see the shovel that you just dug your hole with, like, you know, right? Man, wait until Dedra gets a hold of you. You probably only like it. Okay, so where do we have the? I'll get the music going here. So
Can everybody go on the private chat? And
yeah, and mute.
for the chat, please don't type in the answers, although it is a different format tonight, boys. Okay, it's all Star Wars related, as normal, but the questions are different. Right, so Shane, pick. Are you team 1 or team 2?
We'll be team 1.
Team 1. Okay. First question. In Attack of the Clones, what was the real life location of where Padme and Anakin got married?
Do you want the country or what?
I want everything.
Oh.
Do you want to go or?
I
don't
want
know,
the
guys.
actual
Wait,
location.
who is it? Phil? Shane?
Yeah, basically our line and then Mike.
Oh, and Mike. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So we're allowed to discuss before we say final answer. Would that
Yes.
be fair?
It's Italy, right?
I think it's Italy
Lake
too.
Como. Lake Como, Italy.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
it.
that
That's
sounds
it. He's
right,
right.
yeah.
He's right. He's right.
It's,
Are you happy enough with the final answer, guys? We go for it.
I think so.
Go for it.
we need more.
Need more.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is a harsh quiz.
What, the place? The actual...
Yes.
Like, oh,
Like the venue?
come on.
The venue.
The address.
Like you want the air code.
You want the postal code and...
It's a famous building, so the exact location. Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm so
Oh,
happy.
come on, Ian. We all know that James Bond was there too.
Yeah.
Not at that place. It was.
I know
it was
that.
About. It was
Stop
about
sucking
1
up,
mile
Philly.
north.
I got none.
I got nothing, guys. I'm
I done.
Am I being too cruel, guys? Right. So, Phil,
Yes.
Jim, am I being?
I'd be willing to give it to him.
I'd give him like.
Okay, we'll
Half a
give
point.
you.
Can I just say hats off to Eddie? We just argued with him for about
Redeemed
20
himself.
minutes, and then he gave us a little olive branch there. This is what we
Karma.
love. Yeah.
Okay.
I believe in karma.
Yeah.
Looking for it to come back.
Italian olive
What was it, anyway?
Did we get a
Villa-
point?
Villa del Balbianiello.
Of course.
I don't remember that.
You can't even say that.
Yes. Balbianiello. Come on.
Albin Yellow. That's not
Yeah.
Italian.
Yes. I've been there
Good.
twice.
Wow.
I guess
So
I
all
can't
these
argue
questions
with
are
it.
about places that Ian has been to.
Yes.
Super.
He climbed it.
Right.
No,
Team
shit.
2. Right. Shh.
I'm nervous about this now.
Albin Yellow.
Right. Team 2. In The Last Jedi, Where was the real-life location for the final battle on planet Crate?
I've watched the film once.
That's the. Is that the?
I don't even know what it looks like.
That's not the Redwood planet. That's not a. That's not where the Ewoks were, right?
Didn't it look like where the salt flats were? Is it the white?
What was the question again? Sorry, Ian. In the prequels.
No, in the Last Jedi.
Sequels, sorry.
Oh,
Yeah,
Last Jedi. I
The
think it's
Last
Return of the
Jedi. The final battle on planet Crate.
Oh. I don't even remember the final battle.
I just remember it's a rocky type place.
Oh, where
just Iceland somewhere maybe.
Yeah, it's where the white was, isn't it? And then they cut the red into it. Is that that one?
Yeah, I thought so.
So it's like a salt flats or something like that.
Oh, where Luke
Or
is
is
like
it
a
like-
hologram sort of thing.
I'm guessing that's the scene. That's the only scene I've.
Oh yeah.
It's that scene. So it's either going to be
I don't know where that is.
Scandinavia or Utah.
Do you want to say the salt flats of Utah?
I thought
No,
Scandinavia.
no,
They
no.
don't film in the
No, I
USA,
don't.
do they?
The love for
No.
the Last Jedi is tangible here too.
Like Iceland or Norway then?
You guys go ahead. I don't know.
Mind you, if we got to be as specific as the hotel.
Premier
one's
Inn,
a bit more open.
Reykjavik.
What kind of sand was it?
The car park at the Premier Inn in Reykjavik.
Main makeup.
How could this question have been equivalent to ours? Is there a specific
Right.
salt flat?
5 seconds. Come on, guys. Let's
Go
go.
ahead. Give
I've got no
Yeah.
idea, guys.
Sorry guys, I've got no clue.
Yeah, me either.
John?
Salt flats in Norway.
Go Norway then, it's bigger than Iceland, isn't it?
Anyway, something more specific in Norway?
Is this your final answer?
Norway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bob was close. It is Salt Flats. It's Salar de Uyuni in Bolivia.
Bolivia.
Jeez. You
Just
vacation there?
watched, just
Well
watched
done,
the
bud.
photographer there
Almost
as well. Excellent.
Yeah. Right. Team 1 is winning 1-0. So, Team 1. In what year was the Hot Toys figure Grand Moff Tarkin from A New Hope first released? Not revealed, released, and released from China. Not when Sideshow shipped it out.
It's before my time, fellas. That's you guys here.
Can we say the year and discuss it within the group?
Yeah, you can discuss and
Okay.
come up.
My thoughts, guys, is 2016. That's my thought.
Oh, I don't know if it was that far back, was it?
Well, he says release in China. Now.
COVID was 5 years ago, guys.
No.
Time flies. So, like, you know,
Yeah.
and he wasn't released in the last 5 years. Definitely not. So
Yeah.
it's definitely before
I'm
that.
gonna say 2017.
You think
2016,
Okay.
I started doing like Instagram photography, and I think a year after that, I got that. And
2016, I got Luke Skywalker. So did
Yep.
Luke Skywalker come first?
oh yeah, yeah.
Which
yeah.
Luke?
The A New
Farm
Hope.
Boy?
Yeah, Farm Boy.
I'd say 2015 or 2016.
No, it's after 2016.
So it's
So you're
gotta be
thinking,
17.
are you thinking 2016 or 17?
17.
Now he said released in China. I wonder, was it one of the ones that was released really late in that run, right before the New Year's, so 2016. But then it was actually a lot of people started getting in 2017.
And
Oh,
there's
the
obviously,
possible,
did
'cause
you
I got
say
my
the single
sideshows.
or the 2-pack?
Oh, good question.
Well,
There's a Vader 2-pack, and then there's a single.
It doesn't
I
matter.
had
It
the
was the
single.
same year.
They were released at the same time. Okay.
Okay.
I wonder. I'd go late 2016. If you're happy, it's 2016, Trevor.
I'm gonna go with Trevor.
no, I thought
Sorry,
it was after
Shane.
that, but I'll go with it if you're.
I'm just
You're
finding
saying
it's funny.
16
It's
end
funny
of
the way
year.
he said like, and released in China.
Can I elaborate? This applies for the two questions, and it's not a trick in terms of if it's released in December or January. It's not why I'm raising that question. I just want to be clear.
Okay, so that has no connection.
Released is when Hot Toys release it.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Trevor. Trevor has absolute power.
Well, I got mine from Sideshow too, so and that was always a delay. Now I'm confused, but I don't know. It's whatever you guys want to do. What's the consensus? 2016 or 2017?
You said you went. Let's go with your gut. You said 2017.
17.
Okay.
Let's go with your gut. We'll back you up. 2017.
Are you going to explode, Trevor, or is this the final answer?
That's it.
Okay, very close. 2018.
Oh,
what?
Later, man. Damn it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was a good guess, and your
I
logic
thought it was
was
the end of 2017.
logic was spot
Wow.
on.
I just want to let you know I am actually using my phone, not to Google the answers. It's on flight mode because I'm adding up the number of ducks that I have to put in the race. So just have to trust me. I'm not cheating.
Wait,
Don't
I gotta
really
look
want
at
to do that,
everybody.
buddy.
Trust you.
Jose accused me of cheating last week. That's fine. Take it
Right,
first.
Team 2.
So, just quickly, I took that picture, the first one of them, in March of 2018. So that must have been real quick from Sideshow to. Wow, that's wild. Okay.
Yeah,
Damn.
I can tell.
Damn. No. I trust you. I trust you. This probably was like January.
No, he's right. I bought my first home in 2018, and I had Tarkin then. Yeah, he's right.
Yeah, it was in Q3 of 2018.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, Team 2, chance to level. In what year was the Hot Toys Obi-Wan Kenobi from A New Hope first released?
Well, he just said he got Luke in 16, right?
2016. Yeah, he said 2016.
So was Obi before or after Luke? For any of you guys that got him, because I wasn't
before
collecting
I-
them.
my time.
Way before my time.
Phil?
He must have been after, surely.
Luke was before Obi-Wan?
Yeah. Wouldn't you have thought? Well,
Was
he
he
should have
before
been.
Tarkin?
But this is Hot Toys.
They're all grails
Do you
as
reckon-
well, aren't they? So it's, where do you...
Yeah,
I'm good with 16 or 17, I guess.
Yeah,
16?
16, yeah, go on.
Yeah, 16.
Yeah, one of them.
Final answer.
Happy with that.
Yeah.
Happy with that.
Very close. 2015.
Oh.
Okay. Question 3. Team 1. True or false? Did Carol Urban play a cameo as a stormtrooper in The Rise of Skywalker?
I think that's false. Daniel Craig did.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
Daniel
false.
Craig
I would
was
say
a
I agree.
Daniel Craig was a stormtrooper in The Force Awakens. He was the
Oh, that's
guy
right.
in the scene, the
It
entire
was Force
game.
Awakens. Yeah. It was Force Awakens.
But,
I think a bunch
there
of people
there's
did.
probably a load of them. Like,
That's the
Yeah.
problem.
There was one more guy, but it wasn't. I know for sure it wasn't Carl Urban.
You know for sure? Okay.
I don't ever remember Carl Urban's name coming across.
Yeah, I don't remember that story,
Yeah.
and I like Carl Urban a lot, so
Me too.
I think I would have paid attention to that. So yeah.
I was for a second there. I was like, "What? You read credits?"
Yeah, sit there, read the credits. Why not?
No, but those stories crop up. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I get.
maybe
I mean,
after the
even
Daniel Craig thing,
even
it
the
wouldn't have
Force
been as
Awakens,
prominent,
I remember hearing Daniel Craig's voice, and I'm like, "Holy shit, that's Bond."
Yeah.
And I didn't know that before that.
Yeah.
I'm going to say no only because I've never heard it. So,
False too.
yeah.
Final answer?
You guys want to go final answer false?
You
Shane,
guys are
Trevor?
incorrect. It is actually true.
No.
What?
Damn.
And
Damn.
there's going to be a lesson learned here based on what you've just said. Team 2. True or
I know what he's
false?
gonna say.
did Daniel Craig play a cameo
Oh!
as a stormtrooper
Oh, come on!
in The Force Awakens? You asshole.
That's on us. That's on us.
That's karma.
on us.
That's part of
See
the
what I'm
question.
telling you?
Shut up.
No.
No,
That's
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
Thanks for that, guys.
That's
Appreciate
your
that.
fucking karma, Eddie.
Fuck, man.
Shit.
Eddie,
That's
Eddie,
your
this
fucking
is yours,
karma,
man.
Eddie.
That's it.
Eddie,
The good thing is, I was
That's-
throwing out false information for red meat. So,
That's
this is
the
for you,
true-
Eddie.
True final answer.
True or
That's
false,
it.
boys?
True.
Yeah.
One each. We go to a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm still wondering what movie
What
did Carl
is better,
Urban...
Revenge of the Sith or Andor? Andor, done. We win.
So everything you said about the Irish there, Mike, I'm applying to the Scottish, even though I.
oh my god.
Fuck you.
Asshole.
Right, guys. Okay. Tiebreaker question. If Sir Alec Guinness was still alive today, what age would he be?
Oh,
Is this like we both guess and it's the closest to?
Yes.
Oh man.
Damn.
Don't
They can
compare
hear what
him
we're
to anybody
discussing.
else's age because that might be the next question.
Right. This is one
Okay,
of
so
yeah.
he 1977 in the movies he looked like
He wasn't that old. He was
No.
50 something.
This is one of those things where people looked older back then.
yeah.
Wasn't that
You see a
old.
40-year-old from the 80s and they look about
Maybe he
65.
was-
like.
Exactly.
I remember he was like when I heard how old he was. In
He's
those
like
movies,
23
I
or
was
something
like,
back then?
"Get the hell outta
Yeah.
here." No, it was only like in his 50s.
He was in his 50s or something. Yeah. So
Which is
he'd
hard to
be,
believe.
what,
He's been doing it for a long
102 or
time.
something?
Let's
The
say
boys
he's
are just sitting back
55.
listening to us like, what do you think, guys? What do you
I'm
think?
taking out a calculator. I can't do it.
Because I screwed this one. Remember last game? I was
Does
like,
anybody know for sure how old he was in the movie?
Well,
Well, that's
No,
simple
we-
maths, like, so, like, why would you... Don't answer the question, lads. I know what he's trying to do.
Why? You can say the answer and then really quick say final answer and you win.
So it's
No, because
40
our team is going to give a guess. Your team's
I
going to
know.
give us a guess, and it's the closest to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
that's what
But
I-
if
that's
anybody
how-
knows, I know the math, so I'll just do the math.
This is a good idea for a game show, because, like,
Yeah, because
it's a different...
Eddie's told
48.
last
It's been 48 years since the movie.
Yeah,
came out.
thanks for that. Now we're fucked.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, if he was 55, it's 103.
I don't think he was 55.
I think that's
Shut up,
perfect
Eddie.
logic. You speak where you want. Shut up, Eddie.
I'm gonna say 99.
Wait, so we're going.
Whoa, Eddie!
forward-
Whoa! How old
Hey.
was he when he? How old was he when he died?
Wait, is this our question?
I don't know.
That was our question.
No, it's
No, this is
this
is for everyone.
That's right. That's
Oh,
right.
this is-
throw. We
so-
both
so-
whoever's
That's why we're not
closer.
discussing. Oh, for fuck's
Yeah,
sake.
so we're going to give a final answer. They're going to give a final answer, and the
What are we supposed
closest
to do?
one wins.
Discuss this in the chat? What,
Okay, why?
No, this is good because they get this is actually
Hand
interesting. They can
signals?
hear what we're thinking.
Hey,
But who gets to
Trevor,
give the
you're
final
going
answer?
to do another Daniel Craig, aren't you?
no, yeah.
Because the smart play would be to like wait for somebody to give their final answer first, right?
Yeah, right?
Bob, do you know how old he was when he passed away?
When did he pass away? No idea when he passed away.
No, how
But
old he was.
Like in the movie?
No, when he actually
No,
passed
when he died in real
When he
life. How
passed
old
away
was he?
in the movie?
No.
No, in real life. Shut up, Mike.
I
Everyone
reckon
shut
it
up.
must be. I reckon it would be about 88, maybe 90.
I thought he was 91.
When he passed
But
away.
when he died,
Yeah,
Oh, when he died. Okay.
And then when did he die?
that's the next
another
question.
yeah.
I know that's the math part.
Should we do 99 then?
So 48 years ago, the movie came out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
he
but was he-
looks. He's in his 40s or 50s in the movie.
He's not 40, man. No way.
I thought it's one. Of
I mean,
those
yeah,
looks
Eddie, he
younger
was- he
that
was-
you're-
he
I thought
might
it was one
even
of
be
those he looks
39.
older than
Like-
he
I
is.
think he was 30,
35 or
like
something like that.
30s.
He was
All
in
right,
his
now I don't believe you.
He was in
He
plenty
had
of
a
films
hard to
before.
beat.
All right,
wasn't
so I feel like the fair is like mid 50s and then plus 48, so 103.
I was
55
thinking
plus
104.
48
I
is
feel like it was
103.
56.
So
Someone's got to give an answer of me, so I'll go with Eddie at 103.
103.
105.
Final answer.
Final
You guys want to go over or under?
Okay, so it's
Is that your
41
final
years ago.
answer? Can we
Final
discuss
answer,
now?
103?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, they're done.
Yeah, that's
So
our final
100
answer.
I
like
reckon that guy was
7 or something like that. He was.
okay. So do you reckon he'd hit 60?
No, I don't think he was 60 in the movie. No. He
So
was
mid-50s?
young, man.
I think he looks older than that. So he's right. You're saying he's about what, 56, 55?
I think he was maybe 57, somewhere in there. He was pushing 60, but I don't think he was 60 yet. I don't think.
Okay,
Okay,
I
if we
said
go
over 55.
57
Let's do
and
that.
48, then he'd
Yep.
be like what's that? He'd be
105.
105, no?
I mean, that's a 1 point difference. So how? I mean, if it's 104, nobody
That'd
gets
be
it.
amazing.
So we go
If it's
106 or
104,
something like
that'd
that.
be amazing.
That's fun.
To go,
Let's
go
I
on the
reckon we
higher
aim to
end,
get this.
We go on the higher end, 106.
I'm happy with
yeah.
106
Okay,
Yeah, that's fine.
Sounds good.
because then if it's over, we'll be closer to it.
Yeah, 106.
I don't think. Yeah, I'm
Right.
happy enough with 106.
Okay.
Final answer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Team 1 win.
Oh.
His
Did we
age
nail
would-
it?
His age would be 110 years old.
Oh,
Shit, he was
So
60.
how old was he?
He was born in 1914 and died in 2000.
So he was like 60 years old at the time.
So he's what?
61?
Well done, chaps.
62 then.
I'm sorry, guys.
Well done.
I didn't think he was 60, but I knew he was up there.
62.
Well done,
All right.
guys. I enjoyed doing these questions. I like that.
Thanks.
Tell you did, Ian.
That was a good quiz.
Yeah.
That was good.
And
That
I
was
like the Scottish accent made that question interesting because it was F. Alec Guinness. I was like, why?
Yeah.
Why? Why fuck Alec Guinness? Anyway. Like that's how I heard it.
I did too, my.
Yeah, I look at your face and you were like, what?
Oh, if. I love it. I love it. Team Andor.
Okay,
for the win.
guys, I'm gonna move back to the get rid of this intense music and go back to the light chill music.
Yeah, the
All
music
right, there we go.
Well done, yeah, that was great.
Thanks,
game,
Ian.
yeah.
That was
Yeah,
good. That was
that
good. Yeah. Do you want to just have a chat? Did anyone get? You want to just talk about what you got new this week? So I'm nearly finished getting this organized. I'm going to do 5 duck races, so I'm going to get us all organized. So, you want to chat about anyone get anything new this week while I do this?
I got the Flash Bat Cycle. Woo!
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
like
I
that?
saw that, Mike.
pretty
Yeah.
awesome. It's pretty cool. Can't
I had
turn.
a- I had to Google what it was when you put the post up, mate. I was like,
Yeah,
what is that? What is he
I'm
got?
jealous.
Trevor got the Japan.
Is that the one with the jacket? I forget what it's
It
called.
is, yeah, the kimono. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
I would love that.
did you get all of them?
Oh,
I got 'em all,
Trevor's
yeah.
got a couple
Nice.
more.
Nice.
Just a few things.
This has got the OT eyes in it, which just make this thing so much better. It's
Nice.
it's really good with the OT eyes in it.
Yeah.
He's already shipping them?
Yeah, I got those in the Paul Atreides blue.
Oh
eyes
yeah.
as well.
Did you put them in?
I haven't put those in yet. I was worried about it, man, but it's pretty easy. They're not quite as tight as the original ones. Like when you take your hand out and try to put it back on the head, it kind of shift a little bit sometimes. So you got to work with it. But they're
You
great.
can get
I
in
have
those
a
with your
question
finger, right? You
on
don't
swapping
have
those
to-
eyes out on the Paul Atreides. Have you like messed around? Have you taken the back of his head off yet? Because I tried doing that with my Alpha Fleck today, and the magnet on the back of his head was so strong, I could feel hair starting to rip out as I was trying to take it out.
Really?
It was stressful. So I was
Yeah,
just
it
wondering
is
if
a
that was
stressful
also
thing.
yeah.
I think I did at one point when I first got it, but I haven't touched it since then, so I'm not really sure if I had any issues. I don't remember. It is scary. I wish they would. I don't know what else they could do, but it's.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
always
figure out a
worth it.
safer way to do it because it's the
I
first
do
time I've
like
had an issue.
going in through the neck a lot better on the Hot Toys, but whatever.
How was Japan? In?
Japan was incredible. The celebration itself was a little small compared to the other ones I've been to, but it's kind of understandable since, probably a lot of people, they couldn't bring all those giant, like the giant Jabba the Hutt there and all the, huge
TIE fighter.
TIE fighters and things like that. So there was less of that kind of stuff. Less kind of vintage vendors as well too. There were a few, but there was some interesting, new stuff there. So it was kind of cool. It was nice. In Japan itself, it was gorgeous.
Was that your first
Queen
time?
City. That was my first time. Will not be my last,
cool.
but it was my first time. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And the panel went really well too. So that was fantastic. That was a lot of fun.
That's a serious achievement, man. That's very cool.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'll have that up on my YouTube channel soon.
Excellent stuff.
Oh yeah, I missed it. I'd love to see that, Trevor.
You think you guys are gonna do Los Angeles in 27, Trevor?
Yeah, we might be doing SDCC too. The one problem with that we didn't account for is we each had like 4 images to talk about. We didn't account for the translator, which took up literally half the time because they had to translate everything we said. But yeah, it was still good. We got a lot of questions, and the place was full, so it was cool.
What about NYCC?
I've tried 5 years in a row to get them to let me do a panel there, and they keep saying no thanks. So whatever.
I got this third party Chun-Li from Star Man. That's pretty cool. All seamless.
Ooh, nice. That looks good.
That does look awesome.
Yeah, she looks really good.
Movable eyes too. A lot of third parties are doing now articulated eyes, which is good.
I know, I love that.
Very cool.
Yeah, I've noticed.
You can really pose too. I saw some poses with that when it first came out.
I'd love the Chun-Li.
Yeah, you need to be able to pose her up.
Anyone else got anything?
What was that, Phil?
Okay.
You know exactly what it was. You know exactly what it was. It's Phil's talking, man. You know exactly what it was. It's a bad state of affairs when Ian's the one who's fucking well behaved.
Ian's well
Hey,
behaved.
Phil's worse than
Hey,
Ian is.
hey, listen, best behaviour. No, I can't remember if it's in the last week or not, but obviously I got Galen Urso.
Yeah,
but
he's great.
And it's great. The tailoring's beautiful. The material that they've used is really nice. I really like it. The Matrix Neo, the first one, and I love that figure. I did do a short video of it, and the way I had the angle, somebody had mentioned it, saying it looked goofy, and it's only because I filmed it at the top and I've got him posed that he's dodging the bullets. It is epic looking in the display.
So
Honestly,
you have them with the coat on, with the coat.
yeah.
Nice.
So, I've got
That is
I don't
the look
use-
for Neo, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't use stands anymore, but I've got the stand hidden under a Moji case figure shelf, so you can't see it, and then the dynamic rod kind of posed so you can't see anything, and he's leaning back, and it's fantastic. The articulation is fantastic on it. Yeah,
You should watch. Dean Knight did a really cool posing video on it, and some of the poses are just insane. Like, I don't know if you're looking to kind of get him, but I saw the way you had it done. I really liked it as well. Anyone else get anything new this week?
Been a dry spell for me for a long time.
Good stuff. That's actually not a bad thing, though. I think you need those to keep you in the game. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't get anything new this week, but I spent the weekend in a beautiful place on the west of Ireland called Kerry. So there's a place called Port McGee where they kind of based themselves when they went out to the Skelligs to film The Force Awakens and Last Jedi and stuff like that. I know they're not, they're not great movies, but I think they got the location right because the thing's bloody stunning. But this is actually a whiskey domes. It's called Port McGee Whiskey, and they have these domes, which they're the same company that made the domes from The Martian, from that movie, made these domes. I think actually, yeah, it's pretty cool. They actually do look like something. It's like a science fiction movie festival where they have it on bank holiday weekend, because we have like Monday off. We had today off, so like they do it like for the last few years in this place in Kerry because of the link with the Skelligs and Star Wars, and people from all over the world send their videos. It was like American videos and all this. Then so they show all the movies during the day, and then at night then there's like an awards ceremony, and they asked the 5 first to come there to basically have kind of like a science fiction presence there, and we got to go to the awards and have a few drinks, and they put us up for the weekend, and gave us a meal and stuff like that. It was nice. It was very small, like, but it was pretty cool. But on the right you have Dublin's Devil. That's Keith, so he's Irish. It's a scout trooper, and that's me on the left there with the the pauldron they bought off Etsy for 50 quid. So 50 delivered. So it's actually
you're kind of short for a stormtrooper.
Yeah, I tell you, I'm actually a Jedi. That's the thing.
So
yeah,
these domes contain whiskey. Tell me about that. What's?
No, they have a distillery, but this is where they base the. I don't really know what the. Do you know what it is? I do know, actually know. In the last, like, say, few decades, like distilleries like have started like, you know, we have the Guinness factory and you can go in and they can teach you how to make Guinness and pour your own point. They teach you the history. A lot of different like craft beer places or whiskey places are doing their own tours and stuff like that. So I think that's where they do their tour of how they started the distillery and all that kind of stuff like that. But like for this, there was vendors inside there and little like showcases and little kind of, you know, like there was kind of like little costume competitions and stuff like that.
But there was whiskey.
That's
there was
the
whiskey.
Part.
There was whiskey. Yeah,
all right.
It's quite good.
That's all I want to know.
And then that's R2D2. So this guy, one of the guys in the 501st, 3D printed all of this. He then, like, you know, sanded it down, primed it, sanded it down, painted it, put it all together,
really
added in all electronics, all the lights, sound effects. It's fully remote controlled. The thing drives around like R2. The dome spins, all the lights blink.
Is that Jim in there? Is it?
Sorry.
Is that Jim in there?
Jeez, I thought Eddie's comment was rough. Like, you know, ouch. Yeah, he drives it around and it's like, but he tried to convince me, it's actually easy to do once you know how. And I was like, yeah, what do you do for a living? He's like, I'm an engineer. Yeah, sure, it's easy. He was just being modest. The thing looks incredible. Like, you know, the guy Aiden who drives around and built it, he's just a really, really nice guy as well. So, and then we got the boat out to the Skeleig. So that it is Skeleig Michael, and where they had, that's Act 2. Am I pronouncing that right? Where Luke was and stuff like that. But
where the blue milk was?
Yeah, where the blue milk was, man.
That should have been one of the questions.
It could have been, should have been, yeah.
That looked beautiful, man. I'm jealous of you.
But you know what, Eddie? Like 9 times out of 10, you get the boat out there, and you won't be able to see the bloody thing. It's misty and raining and stuff. So we just got really, really lucky.
What's that building? Is that a lighthouse or what's that on?
Yeah, there's a lighthouse on it. And then there's actually a helipad on it as well, because
I was going to say, you allowed to land there or not? No, the boats don't land
there.
there.
Yeah, he was telling us that we just did, like, obviously a boat ride, because they do the landings at certain times of the season. And they say typically on a good season they'll get 100 days, because they can only go out on certain conditions. But only 180 people are allowed to set foot on the Skeleig, the island, per day. So you're talking like every season, if it's 100 days, it's what, like 18,000 people, like, which isn't that much really. They said that during COVID.
I was going to say, is that because of the size of the place, or is it a bird colony there, or is it
There's a bird colony next to it in Inish Biog. Like, they're called the Skeleigs. The one where Luke was Skeleig Michael, and then Inish Biog, like Inish means island in Irish. Biog means small. So next to the Inish Michael, you'd have Inish Biog, and that is like, man, there was thousands of birds on it. Not just the puffins. Actually, the puffins I don't think are the most popular bird, and the ones that they made into porgs. Because the story was, there was puffins everywhere. So like, we can't CGI these out. It was like, I think it was going to cost them 4 million to do that. So instead, it was easier to make them porgs and invent, you know, a character, just alter the bird slightly.
That makes sense.
So
that's clever.
yeah, so that's where the porg came from. But the porgs, the puffins that the porgs were based on, we saw some of them. They're these tiny little birds that flap their wings really quickly and look like they're going nowhere. But it's really funny actually. It's like angry birds, but they're not the main birds there. I don't think the other birds. I can't remember. They weren't technically. I think they were. They looked like seagulls, but I don't think they were technically seagulls. Or maybe they were of the seagull family. But there was like he said it was like 35,000 or something crazy. But he's telling me there's a hierarchy. The higher up the birds sit on the rock, they are like the elders. And if a younger bird goes up there and sits up next to one of the elders, they will grab it with their beaks, dive down into the sea, and hold the young bird underneath the water until it's dead. Like, that's literally what they'll do. It's crazy, man. Gannets, yeah, that's the one. That's what they.
With like a yellow hue on top of their head.
and they're white, like big, like kind of. It looks like the seagulls, but
like an albatross sort of thing.
Very very impressive though. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But he was saying he was just saying like it's probably as calm as it was. Like yesterday, we probably got the calmest sea. It's probably like a 2 out of 10. Like he was saying that they built a crane for some reason on the island to build something, and he's like, "Can you see it?" And we're like, "No," because some wave came along, just knocked the crane into the sea.
Dang.
Couple 100,000 worth of a crane, like it's gone.
Wow.
But I was saying to Megan we should go back over the summer and actually try to do the landing. They were saying that you can't book online anymore because during COVID there was such a backlog because all that stuff stopped because tourism stopped basically. So what happened was they were taking online bookings. But then, like rich Americans and Asians, they were like the most people who were actually buying the booking the landings. They were booking the place out 3 years in advance. So eventually it was like, right, that's not fair. So now you can't book online. It's just you rock up, and if you get a place, you get a place, which is it's very fair. You know, considering they could probably just double the price, triple the price, and people probably still pay it. Like, you know what I mean? But
That's better. Yeah.
Yeah, and you get to hike up. You get to hike up if you do a landing. Like, so it's. I was really interested, like, because. Like, you know, okay, look, they're not the greatest Star Wars movies, obviously. I don't particularly like them anyway. But they got the bloody, like, long before Star Wars, you would see that in geography books here, and you'd hear about them, or you'd see them on the maps, you'd learn them on geography. And then when I was looking at them yesterday, I came back, I was like, what blew me away was, man, this thing's been sitting in the ocean since long before humans were alive, like, but we're only like 200,000 years old. But then I Googled, and it was like, yeah, they've been there for 360 million years. Just out there in the sea. That is mind-blowing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but right, we need to get this show on the road, folks. Really quickly, what I'm going to do is we're going to show what's left, and we're going to get through what's left, and then yeah, we're just going to do this duck race because we have 115 ducks lined up, ready to do battle.
Shane, by the way, I'm going to be waving every now and then because my son is watching me on TV inside, and he's waving to me, and I'm. He thinks I'm waving.
Give Logan a wave for everyone.
TV,
Logan
so,
a wave
yeah.
for everyone.
Hey, Logan.
Oh, he's going to
Hey,
love
Logan.
that. Thanks,
Hey,
guys.
Logan. You've got the best name ever, and your dad's a legend.
Oh.
And we're gonna try not to swear. We never swear on this show ever.
No, never.
Ever.
Big
Yeah.
smile, guys. Thank you. That was
Yeah.
really cute.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So unfortunately, we're not talking about Wolverine today, but make sure he tunes in when that Wolverine from Deadpool and Wolverine gets released. We give him another shout out. Okay. So we've talked about. I think besides the giveaway, we're gonna leave that to last really quickly. We'll look. Is Poe the last one? Poe seems to be the last one.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
quick
think so.
chats
Yeah.
about Poe. All right, we got him here. Okay. All right. So is anyone interested in this?
I kind of
Not in
am.
the slightest.
No.
I like Poe,
It
man.
looks good.
I don't like the sequels, but I like Poe, and I like Finn, and it looks great.
Mm.
And he's a dude in a flight suit, right? I mean, you could put him as someone else in the background. You know, I don't know. I kind of want it.
Does BB-8
No, but I like that helmet. The helmet is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty big,
Is
isn't
he
it?
with BB-8?
No,
Ah,
apparently not.
Oh, that's a shame.
lame. That is lame.
That's a bit of a miss because they must have loads of them left.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd think so from Ray.
You will see a re-release.
Yeah.
Sculpt is solid though. The sculpted hair looks nice as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Is
think,
it
like,
the same
seeing as
sculpt?
they put all the effort into the Oscar Isaac sculpt for the Moon Knight Artisan or whatever, which was bloody mind-blowing, I suppose this was only a no-brainer to capitalise on that mold. I think some people respect it.
yeah, I was gonna
Nice
say.
on the shelf.
I was gonna say I'm very happy with this, but yeah, that's Hot Toys throwing us a bone because they got the Moon Knight head sculpt, and all they did is they had to put a kit bash for this.
Different
And, yeah, put it out. So, but I'm glad they did it because we've been waiting for this for a
Exactly
while.
the same, sculpt wise, or is
Yeah.
it
Yep.
tweaked? Wow.
I don't
I think
particularly
it's the same.
like... I think the head sculpt's incredible, but obviously I'm not going to get it because I don't like the movies, but a lot of the time I say I don't like the movie, but I love the design. Like, for example, the Clone Commanders we were talking about earlier on, haven't played the game, so I'm not going to get it, but I really, really like the look of them. I don't particularly like the design of this suit. I think the original trilogy ones are nicer. I just think prefer the design better. Yeah, I just not... Like, I know it looks great. I know they've replicated, they've done their job well, and the head sculpt looks great, and it's great that it's out of Graver. I just never particularly... I don't know. Don't particularly like the design of the suits. I know it's similar, but no, not for me. Eddie might be getting it. Anyone else?
I will wait until he goes down in price, because he will go down in price.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I think we're ready, folks. I think we're good to go,
Do it.
yeah? Anyone else any thoughts on this?
Exciting.
Okay,
It's
right.
ready to go.
So, let's get rid of all this stuff. So, okay, what I've done, I just want to share this tab.
Let's get quackers.
Yep. Let's get quackers. I feel bad. You're expecting more of a laugh for that one, weren't you? Oh, shit.
That was
That's
pretty
okay.
good. I laughed on the inside.
I was muted. I laughed on that.
I kind of smiled in appreciation.
Oh, God. Yeah. You gave him a pity smile, was it? A pity smile?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Okay, there's 115 ducks. We're going to do 5 heats. I really wanted to make it even as possible. So what we've done is 115 divided by 5. There's 23 ducks in each heat. Okay. So we're going to write down, I'm just going to take note of the name of the ducks that win. And then at the end, there'll be 5 ducks head to head. Pretty much, that's straightforward, yeah?
Yeah.
Any questions? Cool.
No, good luck.
All right,
Good luck,
folks.
everyone.
So 23 ducks done. And I'm going to go... Okay, we don't want to be here all night, really. We might have a longer... we might have a longer race for the last one, but
Those
the
are good
first ones, I'm
odds.
just going to do a minute. That's fair enough?
Yeah, that's long,
Yeah.
actually. Go.
Okay, so 1 minute for the heats, and then we might do a bit longer for the things. So I think we're ready to go. Set. All right, folks. I don't know who in this heat, but I know every 115 people, they're all there. All right, best of
Eddie's
luck.
in this one.
Yeah, you can see me right there.
Shiny, shiny.
I like
haven't
not
seen
seeing my
Shiny
name
in a
up
while.
front.
There'll be one that'll shoot out
Yeah,
the
you
back
don't wanna be
last
up front.
second.
Yeah, the guys up front lose, bro.
Some
90
guy
people
comes in here
watching.
bitching and moaning about Andor and expects me to give him the hottest figure around.
I would love
Lieutenant
to win
Weenus.
for that.
90 watching, 55 likes. Let's get the likes up.
Damn, I got a bright ass green duck
Maybe you have the. Oh, okay.
It's because you're Irish, Eddie.
on the inside in spirit.
Jim.
Yeah.
Oh, look at me. Nah, it's too early. I peaked too soon.
Come on,
You peaked too soon, Jim.
I did
up.
too,
Come on.
bro.
Tragedy
Oh, Howard
Tales,
Potts.
Spider
I'm going
Duck.
backwards.
I got
Howard
Lieutenant
Potts
Weenus.
Come on.
Tragedy Tales is picking up.
I'm going backwards.
22,
Wong.
baby.
Come on.
Stevie Wong.
Who's
Even
this?
numbers.
Blurred
This.
Blurred Dad's like
Blurred
out of
Dad
nowhere.
Live.
Figure craft. Come on.
Does he got it? Does he got it? Does he got it?
Yeah,
Does he got it?
he's got it. There we go.
Oh, Philly, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's
That
all good,
hurts.
man.
That was intense. It was like an Olympic event. Okay.
Lord Deadlife was a good dude. Congratulations.
No, he hasn't won it though. He's just in the final.
I know.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's a finalist.
He's a finalist. He's an Olympian. Okay, so now we're going to share this tab. Okay. And we are going to do the same thing. So I'm going to click done here. And it'll be 100. Sorry, I'm so nervous because if I make one mistake, I'll have to set everything up again.
Yeah.
Okay, so
you've done a
setting.
Good job here, Shane.
And we ready to go?
Yeah.
And best of luck to everyone. This is
Go.
heat number 2.
Well,
I love
see
the big
Zach.
black.
I see Zach in there.
Collecting Weekly. Is that everyone on Collecting Weekly? Do they share it?
Oh, and there's Dave. No, that's just Zach. He used
Moose
that
is in
account.
there.
I see X-Man Supreme.
Some long names here.
Boba Fettuccine.
I like the way none of the
Ryan.
ducks are the same. They're all kind of
Yeah.
different.
Oh, Dirk.
Yeah, it's an
Diggler,
old duck at the
Stunt
bottom.
Diggler Stunt Double has he's surprised he can swim so fast.
Oh, there's Austin, bro. Look at Austin.
Dublin's Devil's coming through the middle there.
Geordie.
Fill up the
Open up a
fool.
Oh,
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 Wow, Dirk Diggler's standing in the
Riptide.
front.
he's gonna
oh,
do
Gio,
dive.
you're right there.
He's not gonna
Gio.
make
You
it.
hate
oh,
to
somebody's
see
coming
it.
from the back of the pirate.
Dirk Diggler.
Gonna make
Dirk
it.
Diggler.
Here it goes.
Oh, here's the
Oh,
swim.
look.
Pushing through.
Oh,
Fill
oh,
up the pool.
running out of
Oh.
steam.
No way.
Phil!
There's no way.
Is that Phil? Is that
Spill.
Come on!
Phil came from nowhere.
Nowhere. Right
You
in the
went
end.
quackers, bro. You saw
We
me.
shag ducks as well as sheepy, young boy.
If I won the
That's why he
last
went so
one,
quick.
people would have thought it would have been
Didn't work
rigged.
before
This is all panelists.
Woo.
Okay, so we've got Blur Dad Life into the heat. We've got Rogue One Photography into the heat. So that means you're going to have a 1 in 5 chance of winning, basically.
Dude,
Phil. Your odds have dramatically increased.
Wow.
Okay, so then we've got...
Fucking rigged. Hey, chat, behave.
Listen, you've got the blue wrench. If they're not behaving themselves, say bye-bye. Okay, so we're on heat number 3, and we're setting this for a minute as well. Set. And here we go. Right, heat number 3.
Dan, there's Dan.
Here's Dan the man.
Yeah.
He's up
The
a little too early.
whoever wins, they will have a week to contact me on Instagram. And if they don't, if it's not claimed, we do this again next week. But I'm hoping it just gets claimed and everything goes according to plan. There's Harry Wen. That's a toyographer. Harry's making a good run for it.
Yeah.
Come on, Keith.
Go, Harry.
Come on, Keith.
There's a lot of time left.
It's gone too early.
Yeah. It's running out of
I
steam
see.
already.
Oh, there's a change. Josh S.
Josh S.
He's gonna run out of steam too.
I don't know. I think he's going to run out of steam.
Yeah.
Got a bit of a
He's
lead.
going to run out of steam.
Humble Collector UK.
Here comes somebody. Yep.
Skinner?
There he goes. There he goes.
Jordan?
Jordan Skinner.
Jordan
Skinner.
Skinner.
Jordan Skinner.
Jordan Skinner. Okay. Okay. We're on heat 4. Are you still there, guys? Are you lagging?
I'm here.
I'm here.
I'm here.
Still here.
Okay,
I'm
so it just
here,
went quiet and I was
think.
wondering because I can't see you. Okay, this is heat number 4 of 5. 23 ducks, same thing. We're going to click done. We're going to put a minute on the clock and set. Here we go.
Who we got in here? Who's in here?
KG,
Window.
Talia Meyer.
AG.
There's a duck called Anakin. That'd be just ironic.
Yeah.
I gotta say, my son is loving this duck race thing. He's like, "Is this what you guys do?" Yeah,
This is every Monday night, man.
that's what we do.
I should have changed your name to Logan, Mike.
Next time.
Next time.
Oh, Jonathan.
Jonathan's coming through.
Who's
Oh,
this?
who's this picking up?
2:15.
Speaking early.
Oh, he's dropped.
Here we go.
Talia Meyer. Talia Meyer. Oh no, who's Tony?
Tony R.
Tony.
Tony
R.
R.
Tony Orr. Okay, I don't know who that is. At Tony Orr dot 39. At Tony
that I know.
Orr. Is that dot? I can't see it. 3966 is it?
3966.
Yep.
So at Tony Orr dot 3966. Okay.
No, it's not Tony Miller.
And these ducks are driving me quackers. Share this tab. Okay, this is the last one. Heat 5 of 5 before the final. Best of luck, everyone. So we have
Good luck.
23 ducks as usual. Setting this to 1 minute, and we're ready to go. Last one.
All right.
Nice helmet. No,
Yeah.
You what?
Space duck.
the helmet.
Seen
at the
myself
top.
Who's
in
that?
any-
Spider duck? That's Spider duck's up in front there.
Yeah. Mr. Musashi, isn't it?
Spider Duck. Sorry.
Solo at the bottom.
Indiana Jones.
Pirate duck.
So this is the last. All right. I don't think I've seen myself in any of these, Shane. But
I
that's okay.
didn't see Mike.
Yeah, I don't see Eddie or
Eddie, you're in the first one, mate.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
was
think a
too.
lot of you were in the first one, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Eddie, you were disqualified after your
Jay-
take on.
I think I
Andor.
was removed too.
That
Who's
was
gonna
it.
make it? Who's gonna make it? Who's gonna make it?
Eddie's duck was way
Universal
down.
key.
Oh,
He didn't read the fine
Oh,
print.
look at this.
oh,
I'm a
super user.
coming from behind.
Derek.
Look at
This is
this.
Derek.
Sacrifice a lot.
So
for
that's
integrity.
at Derek Triple M.
Well done, Derek.
Okay. So
Eddie sacrificed
at
everything.
Derek
Just like Luthen.
Triple M. I need to stop these ducks.
Oh, Tony R is here. Cool.
Okay, so race again. Settings.
Oh, Tony R is in the chat. Nice.
Good stuff. Good
Sweet.
stuff. That makes it a lot easier.
Mm.
Okay, so right, I need to type these names in. So we got 5 ducks. So Blurred Dad Life. I'm just gonna write Phil for you, Phil. That okay?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
it's not
fine.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Blurred Dad Life.
Winner would be nice. Just write winner.
Oh, Mr. Musashi.
Blurred Dad Life. Okay, and then we've got Phil. And then
Put a
Jordan
Y after
Skinner.
the Phil.
Jordan Skinner. And then we have so at Tony Orr, who's in the chat, I believe, yeah?
Yep.
Tony Orr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at Tony Orr, that makes it so much easier. Dot 3966.
I think one of the other guys was in there as well. Was it?
Derek M. Who's that? Is that Mr. Musashi, no?
No.
Derek M? No.
Um,
Okay. So at Derek Triple M.
I don't see any of the other winners in the chat.
Okay, so well, we've got right here. I just want to make sure I got these names right, so I'm going to share this tab. Oh, the competitions first. Okay, so where do we got? Okay, I'm gonna present and. Are you happy enough that that's they're the 5 winners?
Yep.
Yeah.
Blurred Dad Life, Phil, Jordan Skinner, Tony Orr, dot 3966, and at Derek Triple M. I just double checked, Mike, and the slide that I have that I've taken all the ducks off, you're definitely on it 100%. You're probably just crammed in with the rest of the
I
ducks.
think
'cause I
that's
had
what it
that on.
was. I don't think I got past. Yeah, I was dead in the water.
Yeah. So we've got. Can you see that? Am I sharing that?
Yeah.
I am. Okay, great. We're going to get this started. So, right, this is the last thing we're going to do here before we call it a day. We go 3 minutes.
Oh, Jordan's in the chat.
3 minutes.
Right, so we have out of everyone. So Blurred Dad Life, is he in the chat?
I thought he was earlier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Well,
have seen him.
Tony
Yeah,
Orr.
he's there.
Yeah,
He's there.
Yeah, if you're in the chat, let us know. But so we have Phil, Jordan's there, Blurred Dad Life's there. You said Tony's in the chat, so the only one that might not be in the chat is Derek M. Right, let's see. Let's get the show on the road. So we've got.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck to everyone. He doesn't
Good
mean
luck.
that. He doesn't mean that. So we're gonna clear this. 5 ducks. We're gonna go 3 minutes.
Oh,
All
shit.
right, folks. 3 minutes. Derek M, Tony Orr,
Marathon.
Can Phil
Jordan
last?
Skinner, Phil,
Hey.
and who's that? Blurred Dad Life. Okay. All right.
Damn, he's got,
Best of
you
luck.
got the big ass suit slowing you down, Phil.
Yeah, Phil's a big dinosaur.
Yeah, it's not very streamlined, is it?
It's a good sign that you're starting off in the back,
Phil.
Phil.
He's pacing himself. He's pacing.
He's been training. He's been training all for the last 3 months for this.
It's gonna be a dang.
Look at him. He's psyching him out.
He's doing the slipstream. Come on.
Remember,
Yeah.
if any of those 2 ducks look back, Phil, that's a sign of weakness.
Always starting to fill up.
Here you go, Phil.
Oh,
Stay
too
back.
fast.
Stay.
Nice. Go too
Stay
fast.
back. Stay back. Stay back.
It's early days, Phil. Calm down.
Don't get too.
Don't do an
Don't
even
get cocky,
Mendes.
kid.
Don't get cocky, kid.
And he's green as well, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm low key going for Phil.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Phil said he'd let me review it, didn't you, Phil?
I did indeed. Yeah.
No, I won't do
It's a
that. I won't
win-win.
do that.
Oh.
This is the best Monday night fun ever.
To be honest, like Phil, I think your duck needs to be tested. It looks pretty strung out. Look at those pupils, man.
No, man.
There could be questions asked here.
So no, Blurred Dad
Jordan
Life. It's a
Skinner
bit
coming in on the
funky.
inside.
Yeesh.
Tony R fading back. Derek pacing himself.
Anyone?
Now we
Blurred
have
Dad
seen
Life
Phil do
is
this
just
before. This is
hang
his
in
technique.
there. Blurred Dad Life is just
Yeah.
hanging back.
Feels nicely
Got the
coasting
shoulder.
Coming into
between
a
there.
minute. Coming into a minute.
The last
Phil's duck is juicing.
Not yet, Phil. Not yet.
Yeah, Phil's duck is not. He's not using
Hit
his
the
arms.
Nas too quick.
It's fair. It's fair.
Yeah,
Tony Orr is there. Tony Orr is there.
Seamus says that all the time.
Seven
Not yet,
energy.
Phil. Not yet.
Still taking a lead at 48 seconds.
You're
Could
going
be a
too
little
early, Phil.
Oh no!
FF.
Oh no!
Just fade back a
Look
little
up.
bit, and got 38 seconds.
Oh man!
30 seconds.
It's pacing. Everybody's staying right in the in a
Things
lane
blurred dad
here.
life
Oh,
could come from nowhere. Tony's
Blurred.
sitting back too as well.
Blurred could be. Phil's
Here it
fading.
comes.
Jordan.
Derek
Phil's
in.
fading. Phil, you're fading.
He hold his.
All right, Phil. Time.
Phil's
time-
Hold it.
Oh
Oh no!
He's moving ahead.
He's pulling.
Go!
Time to turn on that Nas. Turn that Nas on.
Go!
Blurred's on his tail.
Don't lose
No.
your Here they come from the back.
Oh no! Tony Orr coming through.
Oh, Tony Orr! Oh, Tony Orr! Congratulations.
Tony Orr.
Hey.
Well done, Tony.
There we have it. There we
Well
have it.
done,
Well done, Tony.
Hard luck, Phil. Hard luck. Hard luck. Hard luck. Hard luck. Hard luck.
That was well fought.
Well done, Tony.
Hard luck.
Good job, man.
Tony Orr.
That was amazing.
I wonder if
What a race
he's
to
like
win.
actually jumping around, swearing, and I hope he's like
He's
a
happy.
proper celebration.
He is.
I want the video of his
Yes.
celebration actually.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Phil, you hit the Nos too soon. You hit the Nos too
Tony
soon.
Orr, congratulations, Tony. I appreciate the you tuning in. I appreciate you dropping the super chat, or I can't remember. I think you got a super chat or super thanks, but I appreciate the support anyway. And look, actually, Tony, while you're here, let me know where you live. I'm hoping it's over the road, but I don't think it will be. Tony, I'm guessing you live in the States. Let me know where you live, just so we can call this a day.
Don't get hit by a car, Tony, jumping out.
He's too
Why?
busy
He's
jumping
out
on
there
the
celebrating
streets.
now, Shane. He's not paying attention.
That'd be horrible.
That could be tragic.
Frogger out there.
Just waiting for Tony Orr to
Check
let
our
us know
final
where's he from.
destinations.
Jeez.
We have to cancel the show, wouldn't
He
we?
just won an Anakin. He just won the Anakin.
See if that happens.
Oh wow.
Ah,
Yeah, he's like, I just want to. Everyone's like,
he's
what's
in
an
Salt
Anakin?
Lake.
That was not the news I wanted, Tony. But we will get it. Do you know what the annoying thing is?
Crate. Yeah.
If you need a halfway point,
Yeah, crazy.
The thing. Look, the thing came in and it cost me like $40 to get in after paying for it and the tariffs. And then I get stung with customs for $140. If I just done it last week, I would have been able to send it directly to him. But anyway, look, it's going to be done. Thank you very much for everyone for watching. Thanks to the panel for giving up their time. Thanks for everyone engaged. That was a good. We're gonna do this again. We're gonna wait until there's
that was fun.
a really prestigious figure that people want. I'll get my hands on it and we'll do this again. Tony, I need you to message me on Instagram, please. And then I have a way. I need to confirm that you are the right Tony, or I have a way of doing it. So hit me up on Instagram. And then I will tell you what you need to do just to confirm that you are in fact the Tony Orr. Just don't go changing your YouTube channel or your name or anything like that anytime soon. And I'll give you I need to verify it's you, and then once you will get in contact about your actual address, and we'll get that out to you. So it should be arriving to me tomorrow. So all going well, it should be shipped out. It should be shipped out this week. So I'm sorry, but seriously, I'm so thankful to have been a part of this. I can help with the cost. No. That's not what I was saying. I was saying the situation itself is just a bit funny, but no, that's not what I'm asking. I'm going to ship this to you, buddy. If you get any customs charge or something, you can do that. Go on.
Can you do, like, instead of leave with a neighbour, leave with Tony in Utah, Salt Lake City? With the postal service.
And then it ends up with you. Yeah. I don't think I can do that. No, don't worry about that, Tony. Hit me up on Instagram and we'll talk, and I'll get that out to you before the end of the week. Folks, excellent, folks. Thanks very much. That was great. Please hit the like button, folks. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and tune in next week. To everyone on the panel, thanks very much, and we'll see you later. We are out of here. Okay, bye.